are the head coach of the New England Patriots, and we're into the final stretch of the season. We've battled back from an 0-4 start to get now to 5-7. We have 5 games left in the season, and we have to do it without our starting quarterback, Justin Fields. So can Bo Nix perform for us? Can we get our team to the playoffs? And along the way, can we re-sign all the players that we need to keep this dynasty progress alive? So let's jump in. Make sure to like and subscribe if you're new here. Starting off this episode, we have to look at the injury report. Marco Wilson, Ramondre Stevenson, Justin Fields, Christian Barmore, all of them will be out for the remainder of the season, unless maybe we can get Marco Wilson back late. Because if you don't know, we are using Modded Madden, so how the IR works is different here. But looking now at the team stats, the passing yards has gotten a little bit better. We'll see how we do with Bo Nix here, but we only have 10 takeaways to 17 giveaways so far this season. Turnovers and giveaways just not happening in our games so far this season. And we still do have a very bad ranking. 26 though is maybe the highest we've been so far. Our offense ranked up to 19. Now we jumped up for a little bit. I think that's because of the bye week helped us out in terms of yardages, but on defense at number 12. So I like where we're sitting right now in those two. We just need to get this number up, even if we want a chance at the playoffs. And we are really just in the hardest scheduling you can even ever imagine. The San Francisco 49ers sitting at 7-5. They got hit hard by injuries this season. But first we take on the Miami Dolphins, and then the Chicago Bears and Caleb Williams, who's finally putting things together, and then to the Bills, and then to finish out the season against the Jets. But the Bears are a funny story. I was going through looking at all of it, and I cannot believe what I did see. Mac Jones lost the starting job for the New Orleans Saints when we traded him over. Sam Hartman won it over him, but Caleb Williams did go down with an injury. So Mac Jones has come in relief and actually played phenomenal football. All of his interceptions coming with the Saints this season. He's at 8 touchdowns, no interceptions through 3 starts for them. But enough about him. We have to look at some of our up-and-coming free agents. We have Darius Slayton, Tavai, Taysom, and I did move Taysom Hill over to quarterback with Justin Fields getting injured, but just so many guys we may have to re-sign here. Justin Fields is the big question mark. We gave up a second-round pick to grab him. Luckily, that second-round pick won't hit us this year. It's a next year's. Still a lot of guys that we were going to have to give contracts to. Luckily enough, we have a lot of cap room. But here's a look at the full standings before we jump into our game against the Miami Dolphins. They're sitting at 10-2 right now, best team in the league. The only problem is looking at it, very lopsided conferences and divisions so far this year. You got the Kansas City Chiefs at 6-6 because I think Pat Mahomes went down. I have to go back and check. But then the Tennessee Titans first sitting at 7-5. That really means that the Buffalo Bills are the team to beat if we want to sneak into the wild card. Luckily enough, we play them one more time. We did beat them the first time we played them, so we could win that tiebreaker going into the last week of the season. But looking at our roster, we do have one empty roster spot because of the injuries right now, so we need to go over to free agency, bring in another interior D lineman. I think that's going to be the best move for us. And we're going to bring in Malik Collins just on a veteran's minimum just to come in and play with us. So our interior defensive line a little bit weak right now. And we're just going to use Bo Nix as well as Taysom Hill at the quarterback position. I was thinking about picking up another quarterback, but I decided against it. I'm going to have Keon White play in the middle there as well. With Carl Lawson struggles off the edge, our leading sack guy right now only has 5 on the season. I need Keon White to step up and maybe get some pressures there for us. But I think I'm going to move Dietrich Wise into the middle as well there. Tavai's back from injury, which is huge, so he'll be playing anytime we go 3-4 defense. Tavai and Bentley going to be there in the middle. But with how well Mapu and Nakobe Dean has played for us, I don't want either of those guys to kind of fall down on that depth chart there. But Tavai's zone coverage is just so much better. But going into our game against the Miami Dolphins, we are 2.5 point underdogs in this one. Points-wise, they're dominating rushing yards. We actually have the lead there, but they have the #1 passing offense in the league. Our red zone efficiency is second worst in the league as well, and they've actually allowed not a lot of points defensively. So Bo Nix has got to step up in this one and absolutely make some plays. And so I do just want to stop the deep pass. And then on defense today, I want to run the ball. I want to throw it short. We can't take a lot of shots. I mean, get guys out in space. Marvin Harrison, Darius Slayton, as well as Demario Douglas. So many playmakers on our offense now would be huge. Tyler Batty's going to be out with this week with a dislocated wrist, so that's another injury. Maybe we'll pick up one more running back before we jump into this game because that'll bring us down to only 2. We could also use Taysom Hill there. Maybe kind of just stretch him out, really use him as a Swiss Army knife in this one. And so on our practice squad, we do have Tyrion Davis-Price. I'm going to move him up to our active roster, move Batty down because of the injury. And so it's time now to jump into the first game of this 5-game episode. Every game's a must win if we want a shot at the playoffs. Problem is, it's going to be a very, very hard one in a rainy Foxborough, New England. So passing the ball may just be a little bit harder. And if you remember, we're using Sabo's gameplay mods, Synthros to start today mods, some CBS presentation mods, and more. So hopefully we can win the coin toss and kick this one off. But unfortunately, tails sometimes fails, as we'll be starting today with the ball. So a score here early. If you remember the last time we played them early on in the season, the Miami Dolphins absolutely ran through us here as a Frank Gore returns, only going to get us out to the 18 to start. Our season started with Bo Nix, and it's going to end with Bo Nix. We got a good showing of Justin Fields in the middle. Starting off here, Taysom Hill taking the first snap. We're going to see him a lot more at quarterback today. We are starting Bo Nix, but Taysom Hill coming in for some read option types looks because this injury to Justin Fields. I want to be able to run with the quarterback, and I think that's how we're going to be able to do it. We have Eric Bieniemy in at offensive coordinator, so there is going to be a lot that we're going to be able to do. We're just going to go quick here to the outside. Hunter Henry's going to make this third down a lot more manageable early, but looking at the bottom of the screen, the Bills did win their game against Houston. We needed that one to go our way. We need Buffalo to continue to lose football games. Problem is, I think their schedule's a little bit easier, so maybe it'll come in clutch and something will go our way here. But this one doesn't. A holding call coming out on the first drive. We kind of got killed with it last episode. I don't want to continue that here today, as it is David Andrews in the middle, the old center, and he's going to be one of those guys where I don't know if I want to bring him back because of how bad he's played. There's a lot of good centers in this draft class that I think we can kind of go with here as we do just scramble out. As I'm going to throw this one in the window, and we see him, but we're not able to complete it. So it is going to be an early punt here for us and the New England Patriots. They do have Tyreek Hill back there to return. Math is coming down, almost able to bring him down, but they start with great field position here to open up the game. That's not what you want to give the Miami Dolphins. Tua Tagovailoa absolutely dominating this season. 20 touchdowns, 3 interceptions. My only hope here is that we can kind of get him in uncomfortable situations. We need our front four to put pressure. Tua does not do good with pressure in his face. So if we're able to make good plays happen, that'd be huge. As a run now to start with Raheem Mostert. If you didn't see, A-Chain is going to be out for today, but at least we won't have to worry about his speed too much. Raheem Mostert still, though, in any given right, he's still a very, very fast player. A huge sack comes out from C.J. Gardner-Johnson, playing slot corner for us. Being able to move him around the secondary is huge as he comes in for a great sack. I flipped and put Jabril Peppers back at strong safety for today. Brought C.J. Gardner-Johnson down, a very impact play to start this game, as we are just going to try to sit in a zone here, a very deep zone, as they just draw it up the middle. As long as we can make a good tackle, we do. I think that's Mapu there finishing it off, and it is. We're going to force a Miami punt, but the field position still very much in their favor. And one of the players that we definitely need to watch out for today is Ladd McConkey, the slot receiver for the Miami Dolphins, still on the outside as well. Has done very, very good for them. Actually, I think top 25 in the league in terms of receiving yards. Obviously, Tyreek Hill's doing his thing. Jalen Waddle's doing his thing. But the weapon that is Ladd McConkey has just been balling out for them, with defenses giving focus everywhere else. As we're going to try to break this one up the middle for a decent run to start, as we just need to get our backs out of the end zone here. We need to make plays. Blake Corum's going to be a big focus in that, as the first down is going to be able to be gained. And he has had a fumbling problem a little bit. 2 fumbles last episode in one of the games. We just need to get away from that, need to be able to rely on him. He's slowly falling out of the race for being the top rusher in the NFL, but that's not the goal. The goal is to get him to have his own success here, as we're going to throw this one to Hunter Henry for a big completion, almost out to midfield. Bo Nix starting out hot for us. Our first deep pass able to fall in. Hunter Henry making the grab, and he's been really a hit or miss for us so far this season. I usually like using tight ends, throwing to tight ends in my franchises, but here with him and Juwan Jennings and Taysom Hill, we really spread the ball out. Haven't done a lot with them, but we are going to go back to a first down run here. Trap play up the middle, and I do see the hole, and we do get through enough. So that was a good gain of 5, and we're going to go back to the run here one more time, and as long as the linebacker there having nobody go up to him, my mind serves me in a dual block like that, you should have the double team going up, and that's Blake Martinez, the former Pokemon card breaker. Apparently scammed a lot of people. That's allegedly, though. But maybe I don't know the whole story, not getting it to work, as we're just going underneath to Douglas here, and the catch isn't going to be made. We do flip field position a little bit, but we are going to have to punt this one away, and we are just going to try to sky kick this one here with Barringer. I can't have this one fall into the end zone, and it is going to be a very, very good punt. Tyreek Hill is going to end up catching it here and goes for the return. No way. Down at the 13-yard line, still be able to get it to work. And I hope some of the moves we made this season will help us out. We did a big focus on getting, oh my goodness, what a block there from Armstead. Mozart off to the races. I was going to say we got some good fast linebackers now that can run with their tight ends. Take that away because that burned us last time. But poor Nakobe Dean here trying to fill, getting absolutely leveled there at the linebacker spot. And if we want to win this game, we cannot have runs like that happen. Tua is going to take this snap here, and I'm guessing another run. Instead, they do go play action. Instead, just dump it off to Mozart. Good job by Dean recovering, getting out there. But I guess Alec Ingold's going to be a big focus in this game. They've kept him in a lot here at fullback. Going to the run up the middle again. This time, we're able to bottle it up. Wise there playing in the interior instead of his usual right end spot. But I am fine with it because when you're running the 3-4, you're asking the end guys to play a little bit in the interior anyways. They do go quick here to the outside, and a great breakup by Marcus Jones, our new CB2 after the Jonathan Jones trade, I'm sorry, as we are going to force them to punt this football away again. So our defense stiffening up, making the plays we need, and we need to flip field position here on the Frank Gore return. But he does break one, but a big hit after that's only going to get him out to the 24. So going back to what was working was the running game here up the middle, and we're not able to get anything rolling. So it's a struggle just to get things rolling here, but leaking out is going to be Hunter Henry up the field again. And if we have to lean on the tight end today to get things rolling, I'm all for it. 3 catches for him already. I also want to get Darius Slayton pretty heavily involved today in the screen game. With his speed, just getting him to the edge is huge, as he does get a good gain at 9 there with 94 speed. We haven't been able to utilize his deep route running just yet, but don't worry, I think we'll have our chances as the season goes on. But on this second one, I just want to pick up the first down. We're going to go to a good run here. Blake Corum, please get enough for the first, that he does barely fall forward. Only 2 yards per rush to start this game. Maybe this is a situation where I use Frank Gore a little bit more in the run game, use his speed, get our guys to the edge, as it is another pass, as we're just kind of try to leak out, get an easy completion, pressure in our face there. But Bo Nix starting 6 of 8 isn't too bad, as it does bring the end of the first quarter. 0-0 is your score. And passing yards, we're doing pretty good against the number 1 passing defense or offense in the league right now. As if Bo Nix can outduel Tua today, that would definitely be a tone setter for the rest of this game, if not all of the games so far. As Demario Douglas is going to get enough almost for the first, make it a 3rd and 1, leading us now to a power dive. And Taysom Hill is in at running back. And if Taysom Hill can get up the field, try to fight forward, it is a 4th and 1. And we are the worst 4th down offense in the league, but I think we have to go for it. And let's just see if we can get this. It looks like we do have enough room up the middle. Blake Corum barely able to pick it up. And even though we're still averaging 2 yards per rush, hey, as long as we can get first downs and keep this drive alive, I will definitely be happy. As then we can just fake it, go to the look here, and just throw it over top, and Hunter Henry's open again. Good blocking by Marvin Harrison on the outside. Hunter Henry so far coming up huge in this game is just being able to use the play action to get our guys in space here. As I see him again, Hunter Henry should be open here to get into the end zone. Hunter Henry, I said we don't throw to the tight ends a lot. It's proven true, already a season high in receptions, and we're not even done the first half here. At a touchdown now, onto it, and a lead against the Miami Dolphins in a must-win game for us. And after Will Lutz is able to put this kick through, 7-0 is our lead. And they haven't taken any deep shots in this game as Tua Tagovailoa goes out, but I know dang well that will change here. But they do just continue to try to go to the play action look, and I see him up and over the top. They're going to try to go to Tyreek Hill here. And it is Marcus Jones in coverage. Reek getting a good grab. But I'm okay with it. I like that we went step for step there with Tyreek. Jones very fast as somebody does jump. And it was on them. The right tackle did jump. So they do make it a 1st and 15. I was going to float here out the outside as Tua was hit as he threw. Unfortunately, not able to capitalize and get an interception on that one. But Gonzalez playing well so far in this one. As there's more pressure coming up the middle, and Tavi, it wasn't even a blitz. He came off the edge. And that's a huge sack here again on Tua. The Miami Dolphins offensive line struggling. We're just going to drop into some deep zones here. Just make them throw this one underneath. I don't want to have any issues with it. They do just check it off to Raheem Mostert, who's breaking 1 tackle. As long as we can bring him down, that'd be nice. And we do. As our defense here is just shaping up in this game. A much different defense than Miami Dolphins first saw earlier this year. And I'm going to let this one bounce hopefully into the end zone. It does just bounce right out at the 9, so a good backspin on the ball here. Punting in Modded Madden, so much better from the CPU, but Bo Nix, 6 of 6 on the last drive for 75 yards is incredible. As if we could just get that continuance from him, it'd be huge. A run up the middle from Blake Corum, breaking off one, finally starting off with a good run. As if he's running like that, I'm going to continue on this drive to give him the ball. A good breakdown between passing and rushing. As we do have some blocks in the open field, Bo Nix, please just go down. Instead, he fumbles the football. The ball falls up. I just tried to slide down. Oh my goodness, you can't have that happen. Jalen Phillips picks it up. I tried to slide as the tackle animation engaged before that. So now the Miami Dolphins have great field position. Run to the outside. It's a stretch play. They cut it back. Raheem Mostert breaking tackles. Oh, if we could have got that drive going, get a 2-score lead, that would have been huge. Really Plaxico Burressing ourselves there. They do bring the motion man now, and it is still going to be a run at the middle. We're there with Tavai to stop the run. Now they are in a pistol look. We're going man coverage across the board. If they do run it, we're going to come heavily down to the box with Peppers, and they do. As they do run it, and we do get the stop. That's Nakobe Dean getting a good tackle. So our defense, Ben Bateau, break steps up again, as we're going to force the Miami Dolphins to only take a field goal here. That is huge for us in this game, and it's not negating the mistake, but it's limiting the one from our offense there. Oh, we're going to run with Bo Nix anymore? Probably not, but we are going to go quick out here to Slayton. Slayton in the bubble. Slayton's got a lot of space, breaking 2, getting us all the way up for a great first play. Counts as a rush, but it is nonetheless for 20. And we haven't gone to Marvin Harrison yet, but that's okay, as we are just going to go out to the outside, and it is Bo Nix taking a bad shot. I think I dropped a little too deep there. St. Jude's former Commander's corner comes in for the hit. But I am going to go to the stretch play here, and I need our tackle and guard, one of them, to go up, get that edge there, and we do get the seal. Blake Corum, good run. We just needed Demario Douglas to hold that block just a little bit more, but still not get called for a holding call, as we are going to 5 wide on this crucial 3rd down here, and I'm just going to take off. Bo Nix, can we please just slide down, get the first? Good pocket awareness. We stayed in the pocket. Good blocking from our interior guys, as that is a very, very big first down for us. Frank Gore now checking in at running back, as if we can get this double team up, we should be able to break off of this and maybe get a yard out of it. I could have gotten more, but the 2-minute warning is here. We do still have the lead. We 3-7 in the ball game. Another score here to put us up would be huge. So we are going 4 verticals look with comebacks on the outside. Harrison, if the ball can get there, but we can't. We don't have enough time to let the routes develop. And with Jalen Ramsey one-on-one there, do I test him? Do I try to go to Slayton here? Looks like to bring in heavy pressure unless those linebackers drop. And they do drop, as we are just going to try to scramble out here, and we turn it up the field, and we're going to try just a little bit. Nothing going. 4th and 7 now. And they want us to try a 58-yard field goal. I know Will Lutz. We don't have the leg to put that in. And so we're going to go for another big punt here from Barrier. We need to continue to try to pin them. This one's going to be up, and it's going to be right into the corner. Caught it around the 10-yard line. They do call fair catch. So far, no big deep shots against Tua, and we're going to try to continue that here. Make them beat us in other ways. Don't allow any deep passes, but we still need to make sure to bottle up the tight ends here, as they do just jump this one off to Raheem Mostert. Good tackle in bounds. Let's continue this clock running. Tua, only 6 passes so far in this game. We've been able to control time of possession, and it looks like they may just take this one into halftime. That would be awesome for us here, as it is a shot to the outside and is an interception. Underthrown by who else but Tua Tagovailoa. First 3 episodes of this season, besides the last game in the episode of the 3rd one, we weren't able to get any interceptions. We had one interception, episode 1, episode 2, a 4-game stretch, not a single interception, and now 3 straight games with INTs is huge for us. Our defense finally stepping up late in the season, and maybe all we needed to do was let Marcus Jones fully develop here. I think it's his 4th one of the year, or maybe 3rd, but we have the opportunity now to get something going. Play action, and it is Slayton on Jalen Ramsey, as we're going to try to drop this one up and over the top, and that's going to be intercepted. We're hit as we threw a complete giveaway there. We had no time to let anything develop. We got hit instantly on that one. Absolute killer. We're just going to have to sit in the zone here. We know they're going to pass the football, and it is going to be crossing routes coming out, as Tua's going to test a deep shot here. We need the recovery, and it is the recovery from Christian Gonzalez. What a good job by him as well. Not a single completion given up in the first half from him so far. Such a huge play, as they are going to go underneath routes now, and we're just going to be Lad McConkey and a good hit by Mapu. And I'm not running any really big man-to-man coverages here. That's okay. I don't think it's going to be worth it. Instead, we are just going to be sitting, as it is pressure coming out up the middle against Tua again. Our defense continues to ball out here, let nothing happen after the mistake again. And we are going to take this one into halftime. I don't want to force it, I don't think, unless we can get a good return here by Frank Gore. as I am looking to maybe cut it across the field, and Frank Gore's got a lot of open space. Frank Gore, never mind. Frank Gore, juke out the punter. That's all you need to do. That's a huge return. We're going to continue this drive. We haven't gone to Harrison yet. This is definitely where we're going to need him to step up in this game. We're going to go quick to the outside, just fall underneath of it, and did he get the completion? No, he didn't. So now a 4 verticals concept, one-on-one. Harrison, I'm going to throw it up. I want Harrison to try to win this one, and he does! Harrison up and over the top, beating St. Juice there at corner. Marvin Harrison Jr., what a fantastic grab going up and over the top. That's all you can ask. His only catch here in the game so far. We've tried to go to him at least one other time on the outside, but this deep shot here just going up and over. He's the jump ball receiver. That's why I didn't want to get T. Higgins. He's our jump ball guy. Darius Slayton's our speed guy on the outside. And then Douglas at slot is huge. 14-3-0 score. Miami's secondary, I know, was a little bit hobbled, and we're just taking advantage of it here today. 14-3. Hopefully that's all she wrote on halftime. Bo Nix, what a good pass. With every game being a must-win, that is so important for us to get these leads, be able to manage the clock, and this is what we did to Buffalo. If you remember the Buffalo game, we had a lead the entire game, just barely hung on to that lead the whole time. Our defense made great plays, but that's probably going to be it here. You're going to see me kicking off here again to start the second half. And looking at the first half stats, we're doing pretty freaking well throwing the football. Bo Nix absolutely exploding in this one. We're getting pressure on Tua with 4, and that's the huge thing. I know some of you guys in the comments were talking about our D-line needs to get more pressure. He actually did throw an interception there on a Hail Mary at the end of the half, but that is such a big game. We needed the Texans to win. They've now dropped 6 straight games. We're still coming out here in this second half, just focusing on stopping the deep ball. The deep ball is so dangerous, especially from Tua, but he's underthrowing a lot of passes here today. The Hail Mary was underthrown. The interception that Marcus Jones was able to haul in was underthrown. It was actually Mathis that got the interception there, but it didn't really matter in the grand scheme of things here, as they're probably going to go underneath to Tyreek, instead go out to the tight end. That is Zach Ertz, the NFL veteran and legend, making plays. Ain't getting a little chippy afterwards. See, this is where we need to check in the zone. I can't have Mapu there man-on-man with Tyreek Hill. That is a recipe for disaster. As a run with Raheem Mostert now. Raheem Mostert's got a lot of open space. He's almost out to the 50. Playing with a lead, I don't want to get lax here. We still can't have those kind of plays happening. And even when we do bring the blitz, we cannot let any of these speedsters get behind us. It's going to be a give to the outside. Tyreek Hill breaking one. Good job by Matthew Judon there with the tackle. He is going to be a big player for us throughout this episode. Will we bring him back? I'm not really that sure, but he needs to step up for us here today as they do go to the air 5 wide. Quick out to Zach Ertz. Mapu, really bad man-to-man coverage there on him. He's going to set up a 3rd and inches. Tua sitting at a 50% completion percentage, looking like a Patriots stat line. But on 3rd and inches, we are bringing a blitz. Safety look here. We should have another free rusher across the middle, nice and easy to thwarts for the first down. Tua's pumped. We're going to go back to a lot of zone looks here. We're going to get back away from the man coverage, go back to zone. That'll also help us take away the run because our DBs aren't running with receivers here, so that'll be nice. I do just expect him just to dump it off. Good job by Tay Crowder even coming in the game now. And I like the way Modded Madden rotates some of the guys on our team between Mapu, Bentley, Nakobe Dean, our linebacking core. Everybody's getting involved. Everybody's making plays as they do go to the outside here. Actually, play action. Screen pass backside here. We got to get Tyreek Hill down. He's out in open space. That's only his 2nd completion in the game, but that is enough to put them inside of the red zone here. Now going to a run up the middle. Carl Lawson's not able to bring him down. Judon finishes it up, but this is where we are bringing some pressure. Rips right here for the Miami Dolphins. They do go to the air. It's going to be quick to the outside. One-on-one. Raheem Mostert versus Rapp, and we're able to make the tackle. Job playing inside out there, using the sideline as a extra defender, but with a cover 4 look on a 3rd and 7, I'm looking for maybe them to go underneath, so I'm a little bit worried about it here. Tua's going to be scrambling up instead. Tua's going to take it all the way into the end zone. I was so focused on the receivers down the field. Tua's able to take this one into the end zone. I tried to turn quick with Mapu, wasn't able to get there. But Miami Dolphins narrow the lead here that we got in the first half. A little bit worrisome as they are actually going to go for 2 to make it a 3-score game, so early in this game going for 2. A little bit risky here. Are they going to run the football? And they are. And we're going to try to come up, stuff them here. And it is a huge stuff. Diving into the end zone, Raheem Mostert got stuffed by Nakobe Dean. An early win for our defense, as that is just absolutely a huge. Keeps the momentum in our favor enough here as we're going to get Frank Gore on the return. His good punt return set us up there. as another good return here would be nice, but he only gets out to the 21. In the second half, I'm already going to turn on shoe clock. I want to play the time of possession game in this one. Give Miami as little chances as possible to get anything going here, but this run from Blake Corum, just nothing's working in this game. 10 carries for 24. Sometimes running the ball is just like gambling, you know? You're going to get 1, you're going to get -3, you're going to get 1, you're going to get -2, just until you break one, and that's how the stat lines sometimes work. But Jawan Johnson is wide open here on the drag route. The tight end is going to get all the way up the field. Linebacker there wasn't able to run with him, as Bo Nix already topped 200 in this game. Maybe we just continue to go through the air here, as they do shift guys last second. So I'm going to maybe try to go slot fade here. Marvin Harrison again going up and over the top, and Harrison almost able to bring it in. He tried to test Javon Holland there, not able to bring it in. We're going to resettle, try one more run up the middle, and there's just not a lot going on. It's a bad juke move there. I try to go for a shorter juke move. Just a quick cut one. Doesn't quite work. Sets up 3rd and 9. We need this play to work out for us. Looks like they're in zone coverage. We're going to settle down. Go to Slayton here. That's a huge catch by Slayton for the first down. I know a lot of people were mad at me. Dude, I got roasted in the comments so bad about going out and getting Slayton, but I just have a feeling it's going to work out for us perfectly, as Harrison's going to come out. We're going to get Jawan Jennings here on the screenplay. Just missed him there, though. Agba doing a good job coming off the line and getting in between that passing lane. I hope that another play action just helps somebody leak out here. Good coverage contained. We're just going to try to dump it off to Hunter Henry, and we ran right into it. Agba, huge sack there, making it 3rd and 20. Slayton is out on this play, and that sucks. But Harrison's going to be one-on-one with Jalen Ramsey now. Jawan Jennings on the backside. There's a need maybe him to bend it. Douglas not able to fit it in the window. We're going to have to punt this football away. I could have tested Jawan Jennings backside. I didn't want to test Jalen Ramsey one-on-one. If you remember last time we tried to do that, didn't quite work out. Marvin Harrison had a really rough day against him, but this punt now dropping down inside. It bounces into the end zone. We put backspin on it. We need to be able to pin the Dolphins deep. I'm a special teams advocate, and you can't be having punts like that happen. Baringer, we haven't gotten any of those punts to drop inside. Maybe that's the time when we move on from him. There's so many better punters in the NFL. They do go run here, actually play action to start, and they go quick to the outside, just dumped off to Alec Ingold. And the fullback guy, not able to get much there. Good job still in coverage, as it really just is so far the zone working out for us. We just need to continue here. Stop the run like they go here, up the middle. We need Mapu. You need to make a better tackle than that. Come up the field. I didn't even guess pass. I don't need you dropping like that. That one is a killer there. That could have been a good opportunity to get them off the field. Now Jalen Waddle in motion, and they are just going to run it up the middle. CJ Gardner-Johnson getting the initial contact. Dean, a good job again finishing it off. We've got a lot of tackles for loss so far this season. I think last time I checked, Jabril Peppers is top 10 in the league when we play him at slot corner because of how well he's played. Coming down, making good plays, but they do go 5 wide on 2nd and 11. As there you go, quick underneath to Ladd McConkey, and we're there to force the drop. Mapu coming down, Ladd McConkey not able to catch it, haul it in. So we're not bringing pressure on this 3rd and long. Instead, I'm going to drop and make them throw underneath, and we just need to rally and tackle here as they go quick to the tight end. Not the route I was expecting from Zach Ertz. I thought it was a quick settle route to the outside. Tua threw him upfield, and Ertz able to adjust, making a good play there on the ball. That's a killer for us, but the 4th quarter is here, and this absolutely defensive matchup. But 2 times now, bad mistakes from our defense gives up a 1st down, as they do continue to go to play action out to the outside. It is a good breakup. I mean, caught and tackle there by Mapu. Maybe I should have brought the blitz there on that last 3rd down, but I really can't take it back now. I like the way our defense has been playing. I'm not going to complain. We've only let up 9 points so far today, as they do go run here. Raheem Mostert up the middle, almost breaking it. The hole opened up thanks to his patience. We are going to try to bring another blitz here on this 3rd down. I'm expecting a run, and somebody does jump, and that's huge. Teron Armstead's going to back him up 5. A huge penalty coming out for the Dolphins here. Mike McDaniel, you got to be pissed at that one. They're going 5 wide. They're going quads. Look, we should have a rusher. Tua's getting pressure on him, throws it up, and Tyreek or Jalen Waddle. Oh my goodness, a complete breakdown. We had the opportunity. Tua scrambling, making another huge play, and the Dolphins take the lead here at the start of the 4th quarter. Back across his body, hit as he drops an absolute wobbly dime there. We needed our defense to just get that pressure. That one's an absolute killer. And they're going to go for 2 here to make it a 3-point game. We're going to go man coverage. Jabril Peppers, we got to sit on that tight end. Will they try to run it here? They do go quick to the air. Tua scrambling. Tua's not seen anything, and he just jump it off. And Bentley, I guess a little bit of a break up there, gets it all work. But it is a 1-point game now, so that's huge. It's not a 3-point game. We still got an easy chance here if we could just get a field goal on the board to even make a comeback. As we are going to try Frank Gore once again on the return. Good blocks picked up. Good blocks picked up. I see the lane. Frank Gore Jr., the return specialist. RB2 because of the Ramondre Stevenson injury, is going to give us a lead again in this game. Huge returns coming out from him today. A special teams monster. If he doesn't get voted to the Pro Bowl, I would be absolutely ashamed. Is that his second return on the season? I think it is. So 2 returns from him this season. Oh my goodness. We're actually going to go for 2 here now. We're going to go quick slants on the outside. I'm looking for Hunter Henry, but we need to make this a 7-point game. Snap this one, roll out underneath, try to test it, and Slayton's not able to pull it in. We went up against Jalen Ramsey, and that's what's going to happen. I saw maybe the opportunity to force that one in, throw it right underneath, but it's now a 5-score ball game. Luckily enough, 3 points from the Dolphins means absolutely nothing here in this fourth quarter. As they are continuing to go here back now on offense, the Dolphins, I was going to say, go in this weird look. Judon and man-to-man coverage, I really don't like that as we're going to go out to the outside. Instead, they go across the middle there. We were doing a good job with Judon in coverage, but they were able to get the first down. Now going back to the run here, we just need to fill up our run responsibilities, but Jalen Waddle on the outside doing a great job blocking. We get juked out of our shoes there with Jabril Peppers, and the Dolphins offense slowly coming alive in this one. I think what's been killing us today is we weren't able to get the run going at all in this game. It's been absolutely ridiculous. If I was them, I'd go to the run again here, but going across the middle, said deep shot here, as it is a good breakup by CJ Gardner-Johnson. Lucky there. I was worried about the positioning. Waddle had great positioning on that catch. That one is just rough as it is more play actions coming out, and I'm expecting the leak out there. We're running all the way over there with Nakobe Dean, not able to bring down Zach Ertz. 3rd and 2, what could have been a 3rd and 7, so rough tackling job there, as this is probably the biggest 3rd down of the game so far. Are they going to go to the run here? Tavai in the middle, they are. Up the middle, can we get the stop? No, we can't. That's an absolute killer again, as they do go pitch play now. Nakobe Dean's got to run all the way over there. Good tackle by Nakobe Dean. That's such a huge play. Harris, the former New England Patriot, there on the carry, able to bring him down. That could have been a very good run if that edge was sealed. Luckily enough, we're fast enough. We're able to go out and make the play. And I'm going to move Gonzalez here into the middle as they are go play action, and the pressure's on, and it is a comeback route from Tyreek Hill. Burns Marcus Jones. The blitz on there had absolutely no pressure on Reek or Tua's. That's just an easy pitch and catch to give the Miami Dolphins the lead back in this one, as they're going to go for 2 one more time in this game. I just need pressure to get in here. Run up the middle, and we do stop them again, so nobody can convert at all on 2-point conversions. That's hilarious, as why not get it again here? Actually, I'm just going to take a knee with Frank Gore. I don't want to try to return it. So with 6 minutes, we need to put a score up on the board, but we also need to take some time away on the clock. Going quick out here to Slayton, nothing going. Now setting up a screen here. We just need Blake Corum to get free, and they are all over him here. Blake Corum not able to break the tackle, 3rd and 12. This is a very, very bad spot here. As quick to the outside. If we could just get Douglas to catch it for the first down. It's a 4th and inches. Oh, he fell forward and rolled past the before the first down marker. So this is going to be a run here up the middle for the first down. We need to get it. Taysom Hill able to get the job done. That's a huge conversion late. Some of you guys wanted me to use Taysom Hill as a power back, so we got him working right there. That's such a good job. Douglas again here. Can we get this to fall in? We can't. That would have been such a big completion if we could get that one to work. We are just going to have to scramble out here. Can I try to dump it off? And we can't. It's a huge sack from Jenkins. Backed up here now again, but they're going press, and I want to take a deep shot so bad to Harrison. Let's see what we can do here. Now, he beat him off the line. We're going to throw this one up. He beat him up the line. Can we get it to fall in? Oh, my goodness. So after things weren't able to go our way, we have to punt this football here, and we need a win so bad in this game. Reek's going to take the fair catch. And if I was them, I'd be running the football, trying to waste some time here, as they do bring a man in motion, and they do give it to him on the outside carry. We're there to, and the ball comes out. It's a fumble. They recover it, though. Oh, my goodness. That was a great opportunity. Ladd McConkey coughed it up. Oh, that's a killer. We weren't able to capitalize on what could have been the biggest play. Dolphins now. Clock running down. Looks like they are in it, and we're just going to bring blitz. They go across the middle. Interception by CJ Gardner-Johnson late in this one. And we're just going to try to run out as much time on this clock here. Run the football. Oh my goodness, what a huge play. Pressure in Tua's face. Throws a bad pass, as he just doesn't have the clutch gene. What a good job just sitting in that window from CJ Gardner-Johnson. Gave him the easiest interception of his life. And we are going to bring in Taysom Hill here in at quarterback, because we're going to run some read options, try to get things working for us, just try to run out the clock. Blake Corum just not having a day, as a run here should take us past the 2-minute warning in this one. I do still want to score a touchdown, so if we could open up a good run here, that'd be very nice, but that doesn't work with Taysom. I thought we were going to get the opportunity to try to clear something, but the 2-minute warning is going to be called. I am going to try to pass it here, screenplay. We'll see how it works, as it is a 1-score game here late, and I hate to do this deep out concept has been so good for us all year. Right at the sticks here We need Harrison to come up clutch, and it's just a bad throw from Bo Nix. I want him to catch it, get the first down, or catch it in bounds, but this is a 44-yard field goal here from Will Lutz, and the wind is blowing in our face here, and we're going to be able to put this one in, though, late in the ball game. Such a clutch kick from Will, and we only have a 2-score lead here, 2-point lead, I'm sorry. So there's a minute 53 left on the clock. It's going to be a very stressful drive we're about to see, and we just need Tua to make a mistake. We know they're going to pass the football. I'm going to rush forward, drop in some zone coverage looks. I don't want them to pick us apart, but I'm worried about going man here late in this ball game as they're going to go out underneath. Raheem Mostert, keep him in bounds. That's what we need. It looks like they are going quick again. Underneath, actually cross, I see it coming across, and we should tackle him in bounds again. That's a huge play. They do burn one now. I don't know the yards that they need to get to. I don't really know here, but I'm expecting Reek to try to get some deep looks as he do go quick, and I'm guessing they're going to try to go here to Ertz, but pressure in his face. He throws all the way across his body. Raheem Mostert, what a good catch. Oh, no. Are you kidding me? Tua Tagovailoa diming us up there, and they are going to go quick again. Out to the outside, I see him. Oh, no. In play, Zach Ertz. Oh, that's an absolute killer here in this one. They're going to go quick and just drop it off. Good breakup. We just need a stop to come out here. A big play from our defense here late. Lab McConkey coming in motion, and they do run the football here up the middle. We try to go for the big hit. Doesn't quite work, and I'm going to burn a timeout here. 3rd and 3, and I think they are going to run the football here. I'm going to creep into the box with Taylor Rapp as they do run it here. Taylor Rapp, what a big play. Somebody please force the ball out and burn another one. So this is an easier field goal here for the Miami Dolphins, and now with 42 seconds left, they're going to put this one in. It's going to become a 1-score game again, and that barely missed. Oh, made it. Oh, my goodness, it almost missed. We had a great opportunity. Oh, my goodness, he almost pushed it, but we just need to get into field goal range here with 40 seconds left, 1 timeout to work with, and let's start it. Why not? Frank Gore return here. We know how good he is. Up the middle, Frank Gore. There's no way. This is how we start it. Frank Gore down the sideline. No freaking way. Holy crap, the Miami Dolphins special teams is bad. They've let up 2 kick returns this year, and we got another 2 in this ball game. This is how you keep a season alive. We have to go for it here, though, to 2 point to make it a 7-point ball game. 2 returns from Frank Gore. Absolute MVP status here. Is that just a bad throw on the 2-point conversion? But holy crap, Bo Nix. He didn't even need to Wills to win. Frank Gore Jr. did. Gosh, the script writers are going crazy right now. We just need to pin the Miami Dolphins deep. There's no way we return that. Holy crap. I love Madden, but here we go after the Armstrong kneel down. We're going to sit in cover 4. They don't have a lot more timeouts to work with, and they need a touchdown. That's the difference here. They need a touchdown. They just don't need a field goal. And we're going to use her to vie here. Just drop. I just want them to force him to dump it off. It's as simple as this. Just force him to dump it off. As Tua's going to scramble, he does dump it off here. Stay in bounds. Thank you very much. And we do with Tavai. We come up on the backside and keep him in bounds. And we're going to continue this cover 4 drop look here. 21 seconds left. Tua's going to be trying to look for a deep shot. He wants a deep shot desperately, but he's just dumping it off again. There's nothing open for him, as is Raheem Mostert getting tackled in bounds again. So we are going to rush. Only 4 here, and we're going to leave 1 guy in the middle, but Tua's taken off, and he just throws it out of bounds. And is this a Hail Mary type situation for them? And it doesn't matter. We're going to there anyway. It's simple as this. I am just dropping everybody, and they jump. Unless it is a first down, and it is jumped for us. Give them an extra 5 yards. And it is on the offense. That's huge. So we are going cover 4 now here, because they are just running some crossers, a 4 vertical concept. The guy settles down. Instead, Tua just throws this one away, and it's all going to come down to a Hail Mary. No freaking way. Only rushing 3. Tua's got to take a shot at the end zone here. Just dumps it off underneath instead. And that is going to be the ball game. I don't know why they didn't try to take a deep shot there. The AI has been good, but hey, we walk away in a must-win game with exactly that, a win. The New England Patriots jumping up now 6-7 on the season after starting 0-4. Holy crap. Somebody do the math. That's 6 wins and 3 losses. And looking at the stats here from Bo Nix, started out hot. The completion percentage is still what we're struggling with. He is playing at a 67 overall now. His awareness went down heavily, but to a 275, 2 touchdowns, 3 interceptions, which is huge. There is one before halftime, but I'm not really counting that. So it really is 2 interceptions, both of them big, but Blake Corum, struggled to run the football today. Darius Slayton got involved in the screen game. Bo Nix even getting involved in the rushing game. Hunter Henry having the best game. Harrison only having one catch on the day. That deep ball, Juwan Johnson, Darius Slayton, Demario Douglas, Blake Corum, everybody getting involved. But it's so nice to see the interception column fill up. It was Mathis that got the interception at halftime, but Marcus Jones and CJ Gardner-Johnson stepping up huge for us. And even though we only got 2 sacks on the day, our guys applied pressure. CJ may win player of the week with this stat line here. 1 TFL, 1 sack, and 1 interception. But it's time now to look to the San Francisco 49ers game. Hi, Future Don here. Make sure to like and subscribe because this push to the playoffs is about to get a little bit more interesting than you could even imagine. But I do have to put this disclaimer in here. So my PC completely fried. Almost lost Patriots franchise. Backup file got corrupted, so that's why it took so long. But that's just about it. And I had to move back to college, so the audio's a little weird. So thanks for watching and sticking with it. Looking at it here, we are on to the San Francisco 49ers weekend. I know this episode took a while to get out, and that's because we were dealing with the brand new Madden title update that ruined almost everything for me. But looking at it here, we are taking on the San Francisco 49ers, and what we need to point out here is that their defensive rank is almost dead last in the league, 31st in passing yards allowed, which is insane, but still sitting at 8-5. But we need to note the running back room and what has happened to them lately. Christian McCaffrey tried to come back from injury and in the process hurt his ankle, I think dislocated it, so he's going to be out for 63 weeks, so we won't see him until next year. And then Elijah Mitchell too, also suffering an injury. He was their starting running back, actually putting up some pretty decent numbers, but unfortunately he got injured. Well, fortunate for us. So we're going to be squaring off today against Braylon Allen, the absolute beast who is the Wisconsin rookie running back. And looking at it, he's actually put up actually not great numbers, 2.6 yards per carry in his first really big action so far this year, but across the board, not the best numbers, but not bad numbers, so we'll still need to shut him down today. But the playoff race really comes down to this. Now that we're in the thick of things, we're sitting at 6-7, but the Chargers, Bengals, and Steelers all at 7-6, so a very close race indeed. And actually, the Bengals today couldn't have asked for a better scheduling. Will be playing the Chargers today and then the Steelers next week. So if we could somehow walk away with a win in this game, the whole league playoff picture could shift in our favor, and we could walk away having that 8th seed in the wild card right now. Looking at it, the Bills in that 6th spot right there. Steelers at 7. We could have 8. We're fighting up to 7. And the Steelers are playing the Ravens. We are 7-point underdogs in this game today. If you want to look at the team comparisons, there you go. The turnover differential is what does it for me. But we're going to jump into this game and see how we do. We are going to be in Levi's Stadium for the game today. Brock Purdy, MVP type numbers. And hopefully there isn't a big issue. Because of the glitch that happened, I can't even play this game on my PC. I'm actually recording it on a very nice laptop that was a must buy, I guess, to fix the series. And then I had to go through and fix all of the folders in the series. So I do thank you guys for waiting patiently for this episode to release. This is my first test run through. Hopefully there's no issues, but we still have the Start Today mod. We still have the new gameplay mod. Everything's updated, ready to go. Graphics look good, but it all comes down today to Bo Nix. The first 3, the big 3 that we drafted back in episode 1, are going to be the biggest factors now in this late push in the season. We had Justin Fields in the mix, Ramondre Stevenson, so many other players, but it really comes down, can those 3 play well? And I didn't even show it, but Frank Gore got injured in practice, so he will not even be here today. But we did win the coin toss, and we are going to be kicking this one off, so Brock Purdy is going to be coming out on offense first, and hopefully we can get things going our way. But as I was saying, Frank Gore did get injured, so injuries to both sides of the running back room so far in this game. But it really makes me mad because I wanted Frank Gore to really be our great 3rd down back, especially because Brock Purdy, ever since the Jaguars week, has just been struggling so much. As Braylon Allen, another run up the middle to start this game. Looks like they're trying to get him working early. You just see it. So many injuries to our team. Barrymore, such a big loss. I think the biggest loss to our team so far. But Taylor Rapp's going to get a lot more playing time here today as well as we move CJ Gardner-Johnson into that slot look here as they do go across the middle and hit it right behind us to Deebo Samuel. I wanted to run with the Brandon Ayuk crosser there. But the 49ers in this game already rolling, so maybe I'll stack the box, play the 3-4 a little bit more on this first drive. Bentley back at linebacker as they do go jet sweep here, but we're all over it. Mapu there with a good tackle, and I think was that Carl Lawson there as well? That may have been. But we are going to set up now for a good blitz here on 2nd down. Try to apply some pressure, but people jump, and the 49ers are going to lose another 5 yards there. And looking at the bottom of the screen, The Chargers took down the Bengals, so that's going to be a huge loss for us because I wanted the Bengals to win that game and then the Steelers to beat the Bengals next week because we did lose to the Chargers in week number 1. So I think they'll own that tiebreaker over top of us as things could have went in our favor, but it is 2nd and 17 now. Brock Purdy, they are going to the air drive concept, but they give it right across the middle to Donovan Peoples-Jones, who is the number 3 receiver on that team. But coming out of Michigan, I am still, to this day, very high on Donovan Peoples-Jones. I think he could be a great receiver in this league. And with us stealing Juwan Jennings from them, that was a great pick up for them as they are just going to dump this one off here to Braylon Allen, and we're going to tackle him, and they're not going to be in field goal range, hopefully, at 4th and 5, but they actually are going to attempt it. Jake Moody's going to try to hit this one from way downtown, and the kick is going to be up, and it actually has the leg, and Jake Moody's going to put it in for an early 3 in this game. Wow. I was not expecting that, but Jake Moody apparently does have the leg just enough to nail that one in. So it is going to be Douglas now returning because Frank Gore is out. But after he's not going to get a lot there, it's going to be Bo Nix coming out to lead this offense, and it's going to be a lot of underneath. But because of how bad the San Francisco 49ers passing defense has been so far this season, I definitely want to attack it. I want to take advantage of it. Get our playmakers in open space. Maybe even Darius Slayton could have a huge day today with Tre'Davious Ward and Lenore, 2 very good corners for the 49ers. So I am surprised at those numbers, but we did move back to precision passing here as we are going to get about 3-5 on this opening screenplay. But I want to continue with the short plays as much as possible as Blake Corum up the middle had the first down in sight there, but Javon Hargrave and that really good defensive line standing strong. And so already in a 3rd down, we are just going to go to the play action right away and try to get this ball out, but we're hit as we threw. So an early punt coming out from us, not what I wanted on this first drive. I think I held the ball just for a tad too long. I was worried about forcing it out to Blake Corum there because if it didn't go well, we were going to get tackled beforehand. But a good Deebo Samuel return there is going to put them at the 33. And I don't want to go down 10 early. Well, who does? But we are going to continue to apply pressure here as they do go play action. We have the blitz in tow, but they hit it right over top of us. Brock Purdy, the pass protection picked up very well against us, and George Kittle got a huge gain there. So I'm worried about man-to-man because of how good Brock Purdy is. I'm worried about him being able just to pick us apart here as Tavai coming up the middle makes a good tackle. Unfortunately, Jabril Peppers did push him a little bit forward there, but I do expect them to go back to the run one more time. They actually go to the air, and it is a quick slant route, but all over it is Marcus Jones. Deebo Samuel not being able to get the first down of that one, but Brock Purdy is starting 5 for 5 in this game, and on this 3rd and 2, are they going to go to the air? Are they going to go to the ground? Brock Purdy does check, and it looks like it will be a run up the middle, and do we have enough to hold him? We do. 4th and inches. It's going to be another field goal for Jake Moody, hopefully, and this one's going to be a little bit shorter than last time, but only giving up 2 long field goals. I don't think you can be that mad at it as Jake Moody's going to easily put this one in. He's got an absolute leg. So it's time for our offense to try to put something together, but it starts with a Demario Douglas return up the middle. He got a little bit of space going there, only out to the 22 though. But I do want to continue to try to throw the ball early here. We're going to go out to him. Hunter Henry, the tight end, actually outrunning the secondary there, and he's able to pick up a huge gain to start. Hunter Henry's played pretty well for us when we've asked him to. We haven't given him the amount of targets I think he deserves, but that also goes the same with Juwan Johnson, the other tight end there. It's just we haven't involved our tight ends as much in this offense. I think that's Eric Bieniemy's scheme here, but now it's Blake Corum off to the races, and Dre Greenlaw goes down with an injury. You know, I hate what happened in the Super Bowl, but here it's going to help us out a lot today in this game. But we're going to go back to the air here on 1st down. We're going to try to fit this one underneath here. Secondary coming hard, and it was a good pass in there. But Lenore, who I think is an underrated corner in my opinion, I think he has a chance to develop into an absolute stud for the 49ers, or whichever team does give him that second contract, as Hunter Henry's going to get the pass again there. And actually, Hunter Henry's off to the races. Keep carrying this drive for us, Hunter Henry. But yeah, the last pass, we just couldn't get into Marvin Harrison Jr., but I'll take that. And with no high safety looks here, maybe this is another pass to Hunter Henry. And it is going to be up to him here. Can he haul it in? The big fella, I wanted him to take that straight. I didn't want him to bend that one in like that. You're one-on-one with a linebacker there. Maybe I stared down that route just a little too much, but in my opinion, that's not what should have happened at all. As we're going to get Marvin Harrison, though, running. Fred Warner's not fast enough to catch up, and Harrison just stay out of bounds, get out of bounds, don't get tackled. No injuries from him. We can't afford to lose him, but he does put us here on the 9-yard line. We're going to go out to Douglas. Can we get the edge? Douglas trying to get his way into the end zone. Graham, the linebacker, giving chase, pushing him out at the 4, but that's a great 1st and goal play for us. And so in comes in Taysom Hill at power back. We're going to try to run this one up the middle. Taysom Hill trying to get forward, and he goes down with an injury now. That's a bad injury to take there. We're down to 2 running backs left on roster. Taysom Hill's our power back. So it's really going to be Blake Corum or bust here. Blake Corum up the middle. Good block. But we do get held. We're not able to put this one in the end zone at the 1-yard line. And too many times this season, we've failed at the 1-yard line. Greenlaw back in after getting banged up. See, that was such a good block by Theo Johnson. So we're going to try it one more time. I'll run up the middle of Blake Corum, inside zone. Maybe we should go to the air, but we're going to try to run this one instead. And we do get stuffed again by Greenlaw. You've got to be kidding me. Blake Corum, the fourth and one just hasn't existed in our playbook this entire season. I don't think we've converted one of them yet. It should have been a simple touchdown play. Juwan Johnson, I don't know why you're talking. Yeah, a decent block there, but Greenlaw coming from the other side, able to make the tackle. Nice thing is the Niners are going to be down at the 1-yard line. And this is a situation where they do bring Juszczyk in, and we are going to try to stack the box a little bit. I'd love a safety. As they do go fullback dive here, we're all over. It's still at the 1-yard line. Not what I was expecting, but I do love it. Rolling in Jabril Peppers one more time. I'm expecting a run up the middle, but it is going to be the end of the first quarter. 6-0 is your score, so not too bad. We're getting the passing game going, though. Maybe we'll just have to lean on it more in the game, especially when we get into those 3rd and 4s to 4th and 1 situations, especially when the sticks need to be moved. We'll go to the air instead, which is weird because if you kept up at the series, you know dang well that's just not been our key to success so far this year, as I would love, absolutely just love an opportunity here for a safety. And we do almost get it. Braylon Allen able to get us back out of the end zone there. 3rd and 9. We are just fighting for this one now. I'm expecting another run from Braylon Allen up the middle, and we do easily bring him down. So we're going to force a 49ers punt. Could have gotten a safety there, just didn't go our way. Tavai, good tackle there in the middle. But we are going to run a little bit of a squeeze block here. Hopefully our outside guys can contain a little bit. Jabril Peppers, I need you coming off the edge better than that. But actually they do, so we're going to have a lot of return room here for Douglas. If Douglas can get this one out to the 50, and he does, so we're going to have great field position on this drive. Maybe some of the best field position we've had all season. So with that, we are automatically going to go to the air. We're going to have to scramble out and just throw this one away. I saw Douglas across the middle, but our offensive line gave up very, very quickly on the play. But we are going to look for Douglas here on the slant concept. Actually out to him, and Darius Slayton on the curl wasn't able to bring it in. A bad pass, poor accuracy. So we need to make something happen out of this great field position that we were given here, as we're going to go across the middle and try to go to Marvin Harrison. That one's tipped away. Lenore was absolutely all over that one in coverage. Looked like he ran the route for Marvin Harrison. We are just going to try to pin Deebo Samuel deep once again. Play the field position game, as this one's going to be up. And actually a lot shorter than what I needed it to be here. Bad punt coming out, and we do get the tackle from Nakobe Dean. They're still going to start at the 18. It was definitely not the look that we wanted here, as they are going to run it with Braylon Allen coming up with Jabril Peppers. But Braylon Allen being 245 pounds, an absolute unit at running back, that's going to be tough for us. But even more importantly, we're going to need our defensive backs to go one-on-one today against this very, very talented receiving core. As a counter now, and a good tackle from behind by White. And Braylon Allen does sub out. So on this 3rd and 3, we are going to bring a little bit of a blitz. We almost jumped there. Was that Judon in the middle? It was. But jet motion here, and they do run it up the middle. And they are going to get stuffed. A great play by our defensive back. I didn't see who it was. I was worried about the jet motion. That was actually CJ Gardner-Johnson making a play. Gotta love it. So it is going to be Douglas with another opportunity to return here, but absolutely no blocking. And that's an easy tackle for the 49ers. But for our offense, we're just going to resettle down, do what we know works here, as we're just trying to run away from Nick Bosa. The inside move there, actually insane, as he's going to give Mekhi Becton fits all day. I guarantee it here, as we're just going to continue to try to go to the air. Quick out. I see Douglas in the flats. Douglas, please turn off field. Dre Greenlaw is everywhere today. We can't even get a first down off that. Hopefully we should be able to do here another play action look. And just squeaking out is going to be Juwan Johnson. I'll take that all day long. The big tight end getting us the first. Tight ends today may be the key in this passing look. As also for the first time ever, we may have over 40 passing attempts today. Is out to the sideline, as we're not able to get it to Harrison. We are finally here going to settle down. We're going to look. And I'm actually going to go to Blake Corum, turning up the field here, running back, coming out of the backfield. Just get 4 on the play, make 3rd down a lot more manageable for us. My hope here is if Harrison can run fast enough, as they do bring heavy pressure here. Harrison getting fast enough. He does get across the field. We haven't been using him on drags well, almost at all, except for maybe 1 to 3 times this season. And I wanted to try to incorporate it more into the playbook today, and it's working so far. And last week, I think he only had 1 catch for 66 yards. That was it, which, hey, I'll take the 66-yard reception, but across the board, I'd love a little bit more production out of him as we're going to go to the outside, get his we throw again. Our offensive line is just struggling in this one. So we're going to really try to fit this one in the window, and we just can't. So this is another huge third down for us here. And I'm going to try to hit this in this window right now, coming down the hill, and it is the safety knocking it out. Harrison had a step there to the inside. The safety sitting in the cover 3 look, or the 1 high look, whoever that high safety was able to come down, lay a good hit on us. So Will Lutz is going to come out here and attempt a field goal for us. Will Lutz should be able to knock this one through. 3-6 is your score. A defensive battle here today. But coming back out, the Niners hopefully are going to continue to go to the run because we've had a little bit of success there against Braylon Allen so far. It's actually been Brock Purdy kind of torching us a little bit. But only allowing 1 on the first run. I'll take it as they do go out to the outside, and it is a good hit opportunity on George Kittle. Unfortunately, Gonzalez isn't able to knock that one out. Purdy continuing to be perfect so far. Even the blitz isn't really working. I know I'm bringing it here, but it just hasn't been that successful as Braylon Allen, another run up the middle, breaking tackles, but that one only goes for 2. Allen 10 for 33 so far in this game as they're really trying to establish this run, but it's not just not working for them so far here. As it looks like they almost did jump there as they go quick to the outside, and it is right in between the gap in the zone look. Every time we go zone looks, they've just been absolutely dotting us up. We've had no excuse for it. That time Uchi underneath, and I think that was Gonzalez over the top. It was. So maybe we do go some more just straight man-to-man looks. Try to get Brock Purdy flustered, play the overtop, so no deep ball, but maybe that's just our only answer here as they do go man-to-man. Good hit there, but now this is an interesting look. They come in here in second down. It's a run to Johnson, and Johnson's going to cut upfield just a little bit here. A good carry for about 3, but the 2-minute warning is here on probably one of the most crucial plays so far this game. A 3rd and 3. They're crossing the midfield stripe in field goal range again. Darby in at safety as we're just going to try to protect the underneath, and they do go across the middle. Deebo Samuel breaking 1 tackle, and they're down now at the 14. I really need our secondary to step up here. Brock Purdy is just feasting on us so far here as out to the outside. George Kittle, Jabril Peppers kind of got beaten coverage there. But luckily enough, we were able to make it happen, but now we're sitting here protecting this middle. Brock Purdy scrambling. Brock Purdy getting hit, and Brock Purdy going down by Wise. So a huge sack there on second down. He's going to make it 3rd and 18. This is where I'm okay of just sitting back in a cover 3 look. Hopefully a 4-man pressure can get there, and just they're not even going to get it there. Brock Purdy finally, the incompletions come into play, and they're going to have to take another field goal here. Only 54 seconds left. But I really need Jake Moody just to miss one of these. We know he's a miss problem. I'd love to see it happen right here. Jake Moody up for the kick, and it is good. 9-3 is your score. So if we get a good return here with Douglas, maybe we'll take the opportunity to try to get a good drive together here, but absolutely nothing cooking. We're down at the 16, and I will see you in the second half. And looking at the halftime stats so far, it's actually not as bad as I thought. We're actually beating them in passing yards. They only have 10 more rushing yards than us so far. Pretty balanced across the board, but they have 9. We have 3. It's only a 6-point game, 1-score game, and against one of the better teams in the league. Even though they're missing Christian McCaffrey, yes, we still have an opportunity here, but wow. The Dolphins taking a huge loss here to the Bills. The Bills may take first place in the division now. Stephon Diggs, 160. We do start with the football here, and it's going to be Demario Douglas returning this one again, as we do finally get a little bit of a better return from him. But Bo Nix has got to be a lot better in the second half, especially when completing balls. He's got to get it in receivers' hands if we want to win this game. The completion percentage hovering right around 50% as always here. But maybe we just need to give him better throwing opportunities here. Blake Corum, nice and easy underneath. Hit the running back more. 10 for 21 so far as he looks a little bit banged up. Please get up. And he does. Okay, so no worries. I was a little bit stressed out because then that would leave one healthy running back on roster, including Taysom Hill here, as we're going to dump this one off to Juwan Jennings for a first down. And I really do want to take a deep shot, some sort of look deep, but I just not feeling it so far. Everything they've been giving us has been nice and easy underneath, as this one's going to be hit to Hunter Henry on the crosser. Hunter Henry in the open field, try to get that truck through. We flip fields here all the way down to the 36, and it's just the play action there that's working, but we're finally are going to give it here on the run. Fred Warner gets bounced up backwards, and that's a great run of 6 from Blake, but it looks like Taysom Hill is good to go, so we are going to try to get him the ball here. Coming back from injury, we're going to hand it out. Can we please get him open? And it's just going to throw this one at his feet. Okay, Taysom Hill, we gave you your one opportunity. You're back on the bench. So here is a mesh concept, and I'm looking for him. Dragging across the middle. I see him right away. Darius Slayton, that's such a clutch catch. Slayton not getting a lot of involvement in this game so far, but Harrison does check out. So maybe on this corner route, if he does get open here, that would be nice. as we do get hit and try to throw it across our body. It is going to be deflected down. We just can't secure those edges. We struggle with them in play actions on the rollouts sometimes. But we are going to continue to try to grind through the air here. Slayton to the outside should be open. We do just miss him barely. So this 3rd and 10 is huge, and we're going to leave Taysom Hill into block here at running back and just try to get it up. And I do see him. Harrison, please get upfield. We're down 4th and 2. And is this a situation where we go for it? Do we try to advance our drive a little bit more? Coach suggestions is saying we're do it. So we're going to go ahead and do it. And hopefully Harrison here in the slot can make a big play happen. I'm going to go to him right away. Harrison, please hold on to it. We don't. Why did the windup for that pass feel so long? A huge stop by the 49ers there. Bo Nix not able to force it in. So we come back out on defense. Braylon Allen expecting to go to the run early. They're not. Instead go out on the wheel. And I don't know what Christian Gonzalez is quite doing on that one. But I guess it's just a true reset in the drive here because they got another 1st and 10 right away as a run to the outside. And Brock Purdy's going to take a huge shot. Looked like maybe one of those play action stretch plays or RPO looks. Nonetheless, it does fall in our favor here as it is going to be man-to-man across the board, and they do run counter. We need Braylon Allen to get stopped. He runs through one, but does trip up. And so on this 3rd and 4, we're bringing a blitz heavy up the middle, but they do hit it underneath to Ayuk, and that should not be a 1st down in my opinion. But the drive does continue. Run up the middle. Braylon Allen, the cutback lane's there. We're actually kind of there too, but we couldn't finish it with Tavai. Braylon Allen hurting a little bit on that tackle. We are going to continue to bring the pressure, bring the blitz. This is going to be a sweet play to the outside here. We're there with Nakobe Dean, though, can't bring him down. Luckily enough, that is CJ Gardner-Johnson able to finish off the tackle. So another 3rd and 5. Let's see if this time we can make the stop. As we know this is going to be a pass play here. They're going to go quick underneath. And we do have the tackle beforehand. Christian Gonzalez, great play there. And we do finally force a punt. Only problem with this one is they kind of were able to flip fields a little bit. This is going to be a very deep punt, but we are still going to return it here with Douglas. They have great coverage coming down. We're going to try to break this one to the outside. Douglas on the open field. Douglas running down the sideline. Wishnowski's going to catch him here. Breaking tackles. Demario Douglas, a good job as a return man there, getting us to not have the field be flipped against us. But that's been the story of this second half of the season. We've been just making plays that have kept us in games here as we're going to go quick to a screenplay and no blocking on the outside. What was that? It should have been Slayton off to the races there, but instead nobody wanted to block Lenore. That one is absolutely just a killer there as we're going to dump this one off to Blake Corum instead. The blocking's still kind of struggling right now. 3rd and 6, and I want to make sure we throw this one to the 1st down marker. Hunter Henry one-on-one against Fred Warner could be a quick hitter, and we're just going to try it real quick. They drop somebody into that zone, and somehow we hold on to it. They dropped the safety so quick into that fire zone spot. But somehow we were just able to make it work. One-on-one to the outside. It's going to be... So our drive does stay alive, does continue, as we're going to try it out to the outside here, try to get it up and over, but it's just not falling into Ward there. Pressure in our face again right away. I just can't let anything develop at all. That's just been such a huge thing for us. We just can't get our guys where we need them to be as we are going for vertical looks here. As I'm going to test this ball deep, as it is going to be tipped up and down, so we don't get anything working. A stall out completely, as we are just going to try to pin them deep. I didn't want to take the 60-yard field goal. I honestly don't think it was worth it. As we do sky kick this one all the way down. Can we please cover on it? And it is going to bounce into the end zone. That one does hurt a little bit. But thanks again, guys, for watching. Make sure to like and subscribe if you are new here or if you've been following along with this series. And thanks again for waiting. It's been a little bit of an issue. I had to buy a whole new laptop, get everything all new set up, and it just didn't work as I do throw to Deebo Samuel for an early completion here. But yeah, all of this really killed me because I wanted to get this episode out so bad. Here's a stretch play. The outside's going to have us coming with Tavai early for a good tackle. I'm actually expecting a run here with Braylon Allen again, and it's not. It's a play action, but we're all over it right away. Mapu on the blitz coming really, really fast. Getting Brock Purdy, and then we're going to be going into the fourth quarter. No touchdowns scored so far into this ball game. That's insane. Our defense is just doing one heck of a job so far. If they leave Braylon Allen to block, we're going to come with a blitz, and we are. And we get Brock Purdy one more time. Taylor Rapp coming through. Carl Lawson coming through. They left Braylon Allen into block, so I thought maybe we could add just an extra rusher there. Go completely cover zero across the board. And it all did work in our favor. Wishnowski's going to punt this one deep one more time. Demario had such a good return last time. Hopefully we can put it together here. And it is George Kittle with the face mask. Huge play for us. That's going to give us an extra 15. And I do want to open it right away. Maybe you can call me dumb for this, but I want to take a deep shot here to Harrison. Let's see what we can do up and over the top. It does get swatted away. Okay, Lenore's been feasting on us all day long. I need to figure out some way to either get away from him or just not work with him at all here. There's a little bit of an RPO action. We are going to hand this one off to Blake Corum up the middle. Blake Corum breaking tackles, getting up to maybe about a gain of 2. So another mesh concept coming out. They're bringing bring heavy pressure. Can we hit this one right away? Can we get the first down? Marvin Harrison making it happen. He's been great on the crossers today for us, something I really didn't expect coming in. But if that's how he's going to get his, I am absolutely all for it today. We're going to continue just to try to strike through the air. Go up and over the top. I see it. It is knocked down. The safety, good recovery. I wanted Darius Slayton to take that a little deeper, but we're still going to try to get him involved here again, going to that screenplay that we love and just out to him. The blocking's finally there. Good juke moves coming out. We do get a good gain of 6. I wanted to break that one even more. Maybe I should have followed the blockers a little bit better, but third down is just a lot more manageable now because of it. As we're going to go out to the outside. Jennings getting involved against his former team, as Bo Nix has thrown the ball 40 times today. It's something we haven't done so far this season, I don't think. But if you want to make a comeback like this in the season, you're going to have to do things you don't expect. Tight end screen now coming out. Is it just get knocked out? Greenlaw again. Who else making the play? But if they're man-to-man here, Demario Douglas could get so open on this drag. Instead, it is a zone look, and it is an easy knockout there for Graham at the linebacker spot. Okay, I wanted Demario to win that one right away. So back to 3rd and 10 here. Just need to get something working. We're going to go out to the outside. Can Slayton turn up field? There's no way we were able to get that to work. Slayton able to beat them to the corner, beat them to the sideline, turn up field on this one, and we are back inside of the red zone. The only problem is we got caught with a delay of game right away. The clock went down a little bit quicker than I anticipated. I was trying to run a read option and set it up because we didn't have a read man, but it just didn't work because I really thought I could catch them slipping there. But we are just going to go to the play action instead now. 1st and 15. And we're going to try to force this one to Slayton. Another good catch. 2nd and 5 from the 7. But now we're going to go right at the middle with Taysom Hill here. Taysom Hill fighting his way up almost for a first down. He gets injured again. So, okay, look, you gave us 2 runs inside the red zone. Both times he got injured. Just a rough day indeed for a Taysom Hill fan. But we are going to be doing a QB sneak here just to get this first down. Can we get it? And we do. 4th and 1. We lost yardage? You've got to be kidding me. That's what happens there? As we are just going to go to the air here. 2 seconds left on the play clock. 1 second left on the play clock. Quick to Hunter Henry, and we missed the throw. Great timing. It's out of reach. 2 failed attempts inside of the red zone there. Maybe we should have walked away with points again. But now we're going to definitely need something to go our way if we want to get back into this game. Only 6 minutes left. A run up the middle. Braylon Allen gets absolutely stuffed. Loss of 1. As we are just going to continue to apply pressure here. I do not want them to get their backs out of the end zone at all. As another run up the middle. He should be down at the 1. Almost losing another yard there. And this time they come in with the jumbo package. Hopefully we can just get a nice and easy stop. Call it even here. Braylon Allen, good run almost into the end zone. Again, they're down at the 1 yard line. So we are bringing the squeeze here. Can we get the block coming in? We almost do. Douglas may have to fair catch this one, and we are going to fair catch it at the 43 yard line. So our defense makes another stand once again down to the wire. 4 minutes and 30 seconds left now, as we just need our offense to just start cooking here underneath. We finally get Harrison to win against Lenore there. That crow route's one of the most efficient routes, but it's been just one of our worst routes so far this season. We just haven't been able to complete a lot of them. As we are just going to go out quick to Blake Corum. Blake Corum's going to get up the field here. Blake Corum making good juke moves. So we're almost now 50 pass attempts in a game. I don't know what the NFL record is. I think it's 57. But we are almost there. We're closing in. It's just a spot concept here. Nice and easy. As we are just going to try to throw and we get sacked. Are you kidding me? Lenore on a blitz. So it comes down to a 4 verticals look right here. And I try to hit it in the seam. And Douglas has got it. Douglas keeps the game alive for us on a 4 verticals look. We're going to go right away just to a halfback screen. Get him in open space here. And Corum's off to the races. Corum, a good juke move. Corum trying to get the stiff arm. And the 2-minute warning is upon us. We're ready to score. Ready to try to win this football game. As this is absolutely crazy here. Our backup wide receivers check in. Really? Now our backup wide receivers check in as we're just going to underneath to Jawan Johnson, turn up field. We can start wasting time. We don't have to worry about the clock all too much. But Taysom Hill somehow still alive in this football game. Is going to take a run, break it to the outside. Taysom Hill fight forward. Surprised he's not injured again. But for like the 80th time this game, we're sitting down inside of the red zone trying to score up the middle. Blake Corum, we can't get anything going. We're down at the 3. And maybe if this whip route can just come open here, we're going to go quick to it. Douglas! Douglas has got the touchdown for us late in this ball game. Finally, we're able to punch it in. A little whip route from Bo Nix. Bo Nix, hey, no turnovers today. I'll give him that. No turnovers today. But still, we couldn't convert inside the red zone, which is killer. But finally, the whip route was able to get it in. Demario Douglas with the clutchest touchdown catch to keep our season alive. As long as Will Lutz can put in this PAT, and he does. 10-9 is your score. We need to stop Brock Purdy. because they still have all they need is a field goal to win it. So do we continue to bring the blitz? Do we go man to man? That's just the question here. See, I don't like Mathis sitting over there on Deebo Samuel, but we know they are going to pass the ball very, very quickly here up the seam. Brandon Ayuk with an easy first grab. They do burn an early timeout here, but we know Jake Moody has been unstoppable for them so far in this game. 3 for 3. As I do want to take their way the middle, I want to get them to throw to the outside. Sitting at the 41-yard line, they are going to take the snap, and they go quick underneath, and it does just hit off Marcus Jones. Oh, that was actually Mathis. It hits off Mathis. So almost a huge opportunity there. Brock Purdy, we know you're going to go to the air. We're just going to try to protect the middle the best we can here. An easy dump off, though, to Deebo. We know this is 4-down territory. I'm just looking with Ayuk and Kittle in the middle here. What are they going to do? They are just going to try to go to the corner, and it is a huge breakup from Mathis. No freaking way, and here they come. Jumbo package here looking. No way they try to run this on 4th and 2 to try to get this first down, and quick to the outside. And it is almost broken up. You've got to be kidding me. Clock's going to continue to run, though. Losing almost no time there. They motion guys around. 2 guys into the backfield here. As they do just spike it with 15 seconds left. They're going to take one more shot and then maybe take a long field goal. So we just need one more play. One more play in this game to go our way. I can't let George Kittle on Tavai roam free, as they are going to go out the outside and is an incompletion. That's another huge play. Man coverage again across the board. I want to have our guys play the middle so bad. But they are going to go quick to it, and it is going to be caught at the 36-yard line. And it is going to be a field goal attempt here for the 49ers with 5 seconds remaining. And we are going to try to ice Jake Moody. That's the only option that we do have here. Jake Moody's going to attempt a very, very long field goal. He's made 3 already. Can he put in the game winner here? Jake Moody, it's going to be up, and it is good. 2 seconds left on the clock. You've got to be kidding me. We're going to let this one bounce into the back of the end zone. It's going to give us one play. One play to try to get something going on here, as it is just going to be a Hail Mary situation. We are still alive in the playoff race. Our chances just got a lot worse, as this one almost intercepted. Time hit 0. Our dreams crushed in this one. 49ers escape with the win. Bo Nix had himself a day. 28 of 52. The completion percentage is still not great, but the 1 touchdown, no turnovers that I loved. Blake Corum, 3.7 yards per carry on the ground. Receiving wise, Harrison had a great day. Corum, Douglas, Slayton. And then on defense, we were able to get some things working. We got some sacks in there late. Our defense stood up when we needed them to. Held the 49ers to touchdownless, and we still lost the game. But we have to move on now and win out guaranteed the rest of the season, even if we want a chance at the playoffs. So yes, we did lose. We have 3 more games left in the season. Looking at our schedule here, we have the Chicago Bears coming up, then the Buffalo Bills, then the New York Jets. So a tough final 2 games still if we want to try to squeak into the playoffs. Trust me, I'm not going to be giving up on it that easily. I want to make one more big push. I think we can here. Looking at the rankings, we're not quite out of it yet. The Jaguars 7-7, Bengals 7-7, and then the Chargers 8-6, the Steelers 8-6. Our only hope now is that the Jacksonville Jaguars can drop 2 more games. The Chargers can still drop. They have a very tough schedule ahead of them. The Steelers, we need them to drop their final 3. So it is just a tough road to hoe right now. The Bengals need to win against the Steelers, and then from there, lose their next 2, which are to the Philadelphia Eagles and the Dallas Cowboys. So we need the NFC East to come up clutch. You thought we were done with Giants franchise. You thought we were done with the NFC East. Not so much. Looking at our roster, we're still going to have Frank Gore Jr. out for one more game. Marco Wilson, he's going to sit on the sidelines. Ramondre Stevenson, Justin Fields, Christian Barmore. But I need to offer Darius Slayton. I feel like right now we need to re-sign Darius Slayton. That's going to be a priority for the rest of these games, sitting at 6-8 right now. Looking at our financials, Tavai, also Barmore as well. Judon, I'm pretty sure I'm going to let him walk. But those are the contracts that I am very much so worried about. Let's see if there's any more I should be worried about. Maybe Marco Wilson and Taylor Rapp, but those guys we can get back in free agency. We can let them walk, let them test, and then bring them back. But with Justin Fields, one of the things I am thinking we do is, what if we do a tag and trade? I mean, it's something we did to start off Patriots franchise. Maybe we can make it a yearly tradition. We can tag and trade. This time, just do it with a quarterback. It would cost us a lot of money up front going into the first day of free agency, but as long as we moved him right away, we'll save the money. We'll dump it over to another team that wants to take that tag. Because looking at the statistics, there's not a lot of difference between the two. Justin Fields, Bo Nix, both sitting right around 54% completion percentage, touchdown to interception ratio, kind of the same. Bo Nix is a little bit lower in both categories, which I do like. Rating wise, Fields is 5 points higher, but running the ball, Fields has been pretty good. Bo Nix also, when he does scramble, not doing too bad in his own right. I mean, look at the 80-yard run Justin Fields has. Take that out of the equation, then you're talking about a different story there. But Blake Corum, though, I have to point this out too. Absolutely struggling since the Jacksonville week. Even before that, really, there's week 8, 7, 74, 11, 63, 43, 25, and 37. So not rushing numbers you want to see from him, obviously. So with that being said, we are going against the Chicago Bears, who are the worst defense, or the second worst defense in football. And it looks like Caleb Williams is healthy, but also on that roster, Mac Jones got dealt over from the Saints, which is just the funniest thing in the world. He lost the starting job to Sam Hartman. So Mac Jones throwing, and he actually threw pretty well for Chicago. I'm not going to lie, in the games that he did play, 29 of 40. Completion percentage wasn't that great, but 3 touchdowns, 4 touchdowns, 3 touchdowns, no picks throughout. Kind of wild to see, but you need to look at their defense right now. Their linebacking core, very, very decent. I mean, TJ Edwards is there, but then the secondary, I actually like their secondary. That's what I don't understand. I think this secondary, granted Eddie Jackson is gone, but with this front, maybe this is a team we can really, really just try to run the ball against. You look at it, though, they've led up the 30th most pass yards in the league, so maybe that's where we take advantage of them. They do also have 32 takeaways, which that's something we need to be cognizant of today. But they are 7-7 on this season, so they're also fighting for a playoff spot right now. They could win out, possibly sneak their way in. I think a team finally did clinch, and it is the Minnesota Vikings, led by none other than Deshaun Watson at quarterback. So seeing now our first team clinch the playoffs. This is the type of team you got to be able to do it. Deshaun Watson had a healthy season, not even great numbers, but running backs like this, Marshawn Lloyd, the rookie, Austin Eckler, J.K. Dobbins, Naheem Hines. That's a crazy running back room. And then receiving room, they went out and got Jamal Agnew to pair up with T.J. Hockenson, Keneal Harry, Jordan Addison, and Justin Jefferson, but their defense was also very, very good. But they also snuck away a bunch of wins here throughout the season. Very close games looking across the board. But that is our first team that clinched. We have a couple more on the way. Nobody in the AFC just yet, but we really need the Steelers to lose games. That's how we're going to get this done. We need the Steelers to lose, the Bengals still to lose, and the Jags now to come into play and lose, even if we want to barely sneak in there. I think with the Chargers, if they get one more win, I think that's it for us. But against the Bears, we are finally favorites in a game. That is wild to say. We are favorites going into this week. Hopefully, we can do well. Let's jump into the weekly strategy to make sure we're shutting down the right things. And that does suck. I didn't even see it down at the bottom. Bailey Zapp no longer on our team. He did get picked up by the Buccaneers. But going back, our goal today is going to be stopping the QB scramble. Actually, do we want to stop the QB scramble? Maybe we'll just go ahead and shut down the short passing coming out, not from you, Mac Jones, but from Caleb Williams. With being a really heavy blitz team, 30% zone blitz, 6% man blitz, we're going to go ahead and do a blitz counter today, allowed less than 2 passing touchdowns. I think that's a solid goal for this one. But Blake Corum's going to be out today with a mild concussion. So our running back room is going to be hurt. And then Juwan Jennings today having a hip pointer. Hopefully no more injuries. And we did lose somebody. We lost Bugs on the edge there. So many injuries to our team this week. We're going to be missing Blake Corum. I need to go in right here, manage roster. Let's see this injury report for our team now going in. Blake Corum's going to miss 2 weeks. Gore's going to miss 1. Justin Fields, Juwan Jennings, Marco Wilson, Ramondre Stevenson, all these guys still. These injuries are going to be crucial for our team this week. I need to look at our depth chart. Do we even have guys healthy enough to play football games right now? Looking at running back room, we have 3 healthy guys. So Ty Chandler, Tyler Batty, and Tyrion Davis-Price. Those are going to be our running backs for this week. That is insane. And then at receiver, I guess Justin Ross is going to get a little bit more playing time. So I'm not going to make any moves to bring anybody in, but I am going to make an offer here to Darius Slayton. And he's not interested in re-signing. What would make him more interested if we changed our scheme fit? So maybe we'll go ahead and do that after this week just to see if that'll lower the offer just a little bit for him. But it is time now to face off against Caleb Williams, the #1 draft pick in this year's draft. He is an absolute menace, one of the best young players, but actually has gotten off to a seriously bad start so far in his NFL career. I think 9 touchdowns to 11 interceptions. If you saw it at one point this season, I think it started at 4 touchdowns, 11 interceptions, but he slowly climbed his way back. But he has struggled with injury as well. So everything that could have happened that was bad, it did happen to Caleb Williams so far. Bo Nix actually probably having a much better career start with 8 touchdowns, 5 interceptions. I think the worst quarterback, though, has been Michael Penix in this rookie class, taking over and getting the starting job from the Browns because they decided to move on from Deshaun Watson. He's thrown 22 interceptions so far this season, so I think we kind of lucked out avoiding him. I know a lot of people wanted him as the ball goes on the ground from Demario Douglas to start this game, as we did lose the toss. Luckily enough, Javon Ballard falls on it, I think there. Maybe Theo Johnson did, but not how we wanted to start this one here. As we were changing hands, we got absolutely walloped, and it was Theo Johnson that was able to get on top of it. Thank goodness there. But Bo Nix today, the game's going to be in his hands more than ever, especially with Blake Corum being injured. I think we're going to throw the ball a lot, but that's going to include a lot of screens, a lot of right-away hitters. Yes, Taysom Hill's going to get some reps at running back today a lot too with Ty Chandler, Tyler Batty, as we are going to start with him here today. And the Bears are going stacked box right away. We're actually going to audible it out on the first play, go to the air very, very quickly here, and we take a sack on the first play. I try to get the ball out, but Eddie Jackson coming up the middle on a safety blitz. I just need to get the ball out quicker. That's completely my fault there. I thought we were going to have way more time in the pocket just to get things kind of rolling, as we are just going to go out to Taysom Hill here just for a couple of yards, maybe get some stuff back, but we'll only get 2 out of it as we're already put into a 3rd and long, and I do not want to replicate what happened last game. Yeah, the comeback was almost there, but it just didn't go our way. As it out to the outside, Harrison makes a jump ball catch against Eddie Jackson, the old man. Marvin Harrison Jr. showing him that the young guy's in town. It's his season, his era now, and what a good play from him to win that jump ball. Good pass by Bo Nix, just putting it out to the outside, getting a great jump ball, back shoulder throw animation there. Just winning the one-on-one is huge. And I would love to try to continue that momentum. And it just seems weird seeing Taysom Hill line up just at running back this often here, but he's falling forward. I'll take 5 yards from him. And it is going to feel weird if we are able to have a great day with him running the ball. That'll just turn into a weird situation because maybe we should have left him in at running back more, but Batty up the middle is going to get a couple more, and it's going to be a 3rd and 1. That's going to see Batty stay in the game here. We're going to just try a stretch play here. They got 7 inside the box. If we could just get Mekhi Becton to go out and reach, as well as the big tight end, maybe we can get it rolling, and we do just barely get the first down there. That's huge. So what I thought was going to be a very not promising drive, this turned out to be pretty well for us so far. We're going to leave Hunter Henry in here to block and just go quick out to Demario Douglas, who did have that touchdown catch last game. Bo Nix starting 3 for 3, but he is getting his bell rung a little bit there by blitzers up the middle and just a 4-man pressure. But I do like this. Justin Ross finally checking in at receiver, something we're really not used to, but I do see him. Harrison's off to the races, out to the outside. Can we get a juke move from him? He's able to break 1 tackle, and Marvin Harrison Jr., who is 4th in the league in receiving yards right now, continuing his stretch. Blake Corum was also 2nd in rushing yards. At this point, he's dropped all the way down to, I think, number 7 or 8 in rushing yards, which does suck. But our goal, Bo Nix, he's 34 right now in quarterback rating. Get him all the way up with at least within top 32 as we do run it here up the middle. One-on-one, Bo Nix rushing his way into the end zone, something we haven't done a lot this season, especially when he's in at the helm leading the way. But I will definitely take that solid touchdown run there. Way not to fumble. I appreciate that. Not fumbling, beating Eddie Jackson. He started off the game hot with a big sack on us, but we're able to make him pay here. Bo Nix running through his face as we do jump out to the early lead in this one. And looking at the bottom of the screen, the Bengals did beat the Steelers. That is huge for us. So both of those teams now sitting at 8 and 7. So if we could win this game, get up to 7 and 8, we'll be 1 game behind them with 2 games left to play. So it really becomes a toss-up about what happens. But now Caleb Williams coming out on offense. He's been on a little bit of a hot streak. When he's healthy, can we shut him down today? Can we make sure to just beat him as this throw across the middle completely misses more? As the Bears spent a lot of money this offseason trying to rebuild their receiving core. They brought in KJ Osborne. They brought in Reynolds as well. But then they went out in the draft and did it again. They instead got Malik Neighbors as well because of us getting Marvin Harrison and the trade up with the Falcons not going their way. Justin Fields ended up just kind of sticking around as across the middle they burn us to the tight end. Unfortunately, we weren't able to get there in time. But this receiving core for the Bears has turned out to be pretty dangerous. Reynolds with a good grab. We got a flip-flop over here, but it is a run. And they do try to bounce it here. Luckily, Jabril Peppers is able to come down the hill. CJ Gardner-Johnson not really setting the edge that well. And with the Eagles beating Washington 2 at the bottom of the screen, that is a really, really good thing for us. And you may ask, how does that have any implication? Well, the Eagles get hot. We need them to beat the Bengals as well. That's another huge thing that needs to happen. Here is across the middle. They burn us up, and it's Reynolds with the catch again and off to the races here. Mapu's able to bring him down from behind, but Caleb Williams 2 for 3 for 60 on the first drive of the game. As the zone looks to start are just not helping us. We're not getting no love from the zone looks, as I am expecting a run here. They do go to the air as they go quick underneath, and he is wide open. KJ Osborne, easiest touchdown of his career, as the Bears tie up this game very, very quickly. So maybe this won't be like last week. Maybe it will be maybe a shootout, which, maybe we could win that against the Bears. We do have the opportunity here. We just need Bo Nix to throw the ball well all game, and we could win a shootout if we really wanted to, because with how our receiving core has played, especially this back half of the season, we should be chilling, as we're just going to take a knee with this one and set up our offense one more time. I think they're in a zone coverage here to start out, so we are going to try some crossers, try to get things rolling, as we are going to hit it in a window here, but it is going to be throwing out of a sack. It was a long developing play, but we just couldn't get Bo Nix set up to make that throw. But we are going to continue with the air raid here. But it is just a beat air off the edge. And we're actually going to take off here with Bo Nix. Can we beat him to the edge and get the first down? We do. Gordon not able to stop him beforehand. And Bo Nix using his legs today. I love that. But this is the problem that I've been having this season. Looking at Mekhi Becton here off the edge. Getting absolutely bulldozed over. Luckily enough, a nice little D-gap escape is all we needed there. That is the technical term. I'm flashing back to my own football days. Playing high school quarterback. But, played defense in college, so it didn't really mean much. But out to Taysom Hill here for a good catch on first down. Because our offense so far has just felt pretty smooth. And, throwing the ball's not been too bad. We're nice and easy, keeping things going. Throwing in the window there. Harrison's got another good grab. I saw the linebacker back off last second. That was Edmonds. So Edmonds backed off last second. I thought maybe we're going to fit it into a very tight window, but he backed off a lot more than I thought. And that was a good start. Harrison up to 73 yards already in this game. Randy Moss type numbers, if you ask me. Now going to the tight end screen here. A play that I've kind of run a little bit and kind of enjoyed is we're just going to dump it off. And Hunter Henry's going to be off to the races. Can we get the good truck through at least to make sure we get the first down? We do. Bo Nix starting off hot as well. And really having no true need so far to really heavily rely on the run. So I will take this one all day long as we're going to take a shot here. Come back to it, please, will you? But the safety coming over almost intercepts it. So maybe I got a little too overzealous there, but we will continue to try to throw the ball here. Pressure, the pocket collapsing very, very quickly on us. We're still able to get it out, as Douglas has been good for us on these underneath routes. The underneath routes have just been working for us so far, especially when we're going up against zone-heavy teams. And like the Bears, who are a zone-heavy team, we can make it work, as Jawan Johnson's going to get a first down for us. So every single one of our weapons here today getting involved, except for Darius Slate. We haven't gone to him yet, but we are going to call his number right here on the screenplay as we just drop it off, but he is all wrapped up. They read it like a book, and so this will probably be the last play of the first quarter unless we don't get it off, and we don't. So the first quarter is over. We're driving again here on the Bears. 101 passing yards, 30 rushing yards, but 20 of those coming from Bo Nix. Was not expecting that. Absolutely do love it, though, as we are just continuing to make plays. There's a nice little swim move to the outside is going to get them well up in the backfield already. We just try to dump it off to Taysom Hill. No broken tackles out of him, but just holy crap. On these outside scrambles, it's just not in our favor. So it is a 3rd and 13 here. I don't like this pass play. We do have to take a shot for the first down marker at least. And so maybe if we could get to Mario Douglas here, crossing deep across the middle. I do see him. It was almost intercepted again. Jaquan Brisker almost jumped it. I'm trying to lead that one left, but we threw it upfield. So not the best pass from Bo Nix, but I want to take that, cross it across his face to be able to put that one in. But nonetheless, Will Lutz will help us recapture the lead here. We're going to have 11 mile-per-hour winds to deal with today. That's the problem when you're playing in Foxborough. But nonetheless, 10-7 is the score in this one. So coming back out on this drive, I think our goal is simply just go man-to-man. I don't think we can go zone coverage. It's just not in our favor here. As Christian Gonzalez, please come on over and run with him, please. Thank you very much. As that did scare me there a little bit, as I too probably going to go up the seam, and it is caught by the tight end again. I thought they were going to the outside of the receiver, but no. He led Cole Kmet right into the open zone. Cole Kmet was able to make the play, as we really just need our defensive backs to step up. This is a make-or-break game for us as a team here, as they do go to the run, and we're there with Jabril Peppers again. Jabril Peppers has been our team MVP. I'm so glad we're bringing him back. We'll have to figure out how to restructure some of these deals we gave. Like the Jawan Johnson contract, I think maybe was a little bit overpaying, but maybe we do move on from Hunter Henry, as they do go run it here out to the outside. Tavai's there to bring him down. A huge stop on a second down run. But I'll say this again, I do love the suggestions that you guys make. Throughout the series, you guys have made so many suggestions, even the simple ones like changing player's number has just been fun because it makes me seem like you guys are involved in it, and I love that feeling. I love the suggestions all the way through. I will be live streaming the off season coming up. I think that's going to be something huge. I've never done that, like a big YouTube live stream before, but I will be doing one, so that'll be exciting. And in that one as well, I will take your guys' suggestions. We're not going to treat it. I know some other big YouTubers, franchise guys live stream their off seasons like Bengal, but this one will be completely predicated on how you guys feel about it, what you guys want to see, as this one's down at the 10. So if we want to go on a good drive here, first off, good job by our defense for making that stop. But if we want to go on a good drive here, we're going to have to go 91 yards. And I think if we do that, we are going to have to run the ball just a little bit better, as we are going to go counter here to Batty to start. And I see a little bit of a hole there. Batty getting a good run to start. 3 carries for 11. For somebody who hasn't gotten any carries all season long, I will definitely take that to start. Now, if the linebacker doesn't jump out with Slayton here, maybe this is a quick pass to Slayton, and it is going to be a quick pass to him. Just get the corner, get the first down. I'll take that. Finally getting involved. Not having negative receiving yards is huge. So with a first down run not going anywhere, we are going to go to the screenplay. I want to get Taysom Hill more involved in this one. He struggled last game. Maybe this game's going to be a little bit different here, as Taysom Hill is off to the races. Taysom Hill making juke moves, getting upfield. No fumbles from him, which is huge. That's a big thing I want to see from him, is absolutely no fumbles, no turnovers. If he does fumble one, we'll probably move him out, but I love this. Look, he's at running back. Now he's in at tight end, and on this crossing route, he's a very good opportunity to get open here. And can we throw it behind? And that's such a bad throw. On the run, intercepted. I tried to force it to the sideline there. Johnson walks away with the interception. We cannot have that happen from Bo Nix. So our defense now coming back on the field with terrible field position to work with at the 45-yard line. They're going to start off with a run here, and it is clogged up very well by Judon. We're stopping the run pretty successfully, because maybe I do want to get out of these zone looks again. I said it in the first drive, but definitely here now. We're bringing a zone blitz, which is a little bit different. It is a run. Mapu gets absolutely decleated there by Jenkins, but nonetheless, we still make the tackle. 3rd and 4, and that's going to see Jabril Peppers come down on a man-to-man blitz. Backside, we're one-on-one there with Moore. Hopefully we can get it going here, as we should have a free rusher, but they do throw right across the middle into Vi's face. But it is Malik Neighbors making the catch, and he's rocking number 82. That is so ugly. I'd love to see our statistical breakdown about what plays we run so far this year. It's been a lot of man blitz. That's just been our bread and butter almost. And they do throw across the middle down to Moore, who does get burned by Jones. So Moore able to really have a good impact there on that play. Put them inside of the red zone now. But this is where I want to see if we can get it to work. Fake the blitz here. We're going to drop some guys. Unless they do go to the run here right away. They don't. And looking one-on-one, they throw it across the middle right in Jabril Peppers' mouth now. Jabril Peppers not able to make the play, as they do motion some people around before the ball snapped on this 2nd and 5 here, as they do go to the run. Javon Bullard's got to make a great tackle, and we do. Mapu helping as well. Alexander Madison there, the running back. I can't believe the Minnesota Vikings released him, but the contract situation did make sense. That is the 2-minute warning already in this one. 7-10 is your score. These games are going by quick. But hey, make sure to like and subscribe. But while you are here, if you do enjoy the series on this 3rd and 2, I don't want to predict pass, because if they do run it, they're going to get it. They do go to the air quick underneath, and we're there. Maybe we can't break it up. Malik Neighbors has got a touchdown, getting the Bears the lead in this one, 14-10. The Bo Nix turnover was really what killed us there. Johnson getting a good interception, trying to lead Taysom Hill to the sideline. I cannot believe that ended up in the hands of the Bears there. But Douglas still back at returner, just because of what's happened to Frank Gore Jr. And that's something I'm going to have to worry about for the foreseeable future. He's a great 3rd down running back to have, and I would love to develop him as well as Blake Corum at the same time. But if he's going to struggle with injuries, that's something we need to take into account here, as we're just going to go out to Taysom Hill, and that one hit immediately there. Mekhi Becton's just having a rough day on the outside, and I don't want to give the Bears the ball back here before halftime, so we do have to pick up some first downs. We're going to switch it just to some quick slants here, see if we can catch these linebackers slipping. And I am going to wait a long time and hit Douglas there, but that is great coverage from Gordon. And we are starting to get exposed now a little bit. I'm looking for Slayton on this out route to the near side, unless the corner does drop right into it, which he doesn't, and we're just going to throw it. Can we get the catch? And wow, Johnson jumping right in front there, knocking it down. If anything, Modded Madden is tough. That was a beautiful throw, beautiful route, everything. But the corner read it all the way, and we have to punt this one back to Chicago here. It's going to be Khalil Herbert catching it, doing a fair catch. Nice thing is they have to go almost the length of the field if they want to be able to put this one in. And we're going to be sitting in man-to-man again here, just running to the outside. Can we get the interception? CJ Gardner-Johnson on the first play picks off Caleb Williams. So all of a sudden, we have a second breath of life here. This play going out to the outside. One-on-one coverage with Moore. CJ Gardner-Johnson playing in a wide corner role for us. He's able to snag the interception. So all of a sudden, we got the ball back. We've got great field position here. And I want to go right back to that play again with Slayton on the outside. Slayton this time able to make the grab. That's huge for us. We're going to sit in the hurry up right away. And I'm going to run this one, try to catch him off guard, and then burn a quick timeout here if we can get the blocks to work. But no, Mekhi Becton on the edge is having so much trouble. So we are coming out 4 verticals here on this 2nd and 8. And I'm looking for Douglas up the seam here. And he's not going to be open. We are going to throw backside. Can we win the jump ball? We can't. The corner did a good job splitting the 2 there. So it is 3rd and 8 already. We got to do something to keep this drive alive, or maybe at least just get us into field goal range. Like, that would be huge for us. As I am going to look, I'm looking, and I'm trying to see across the middle. Maybe we could fit that one in. Very, very late throw to Darius Slayton. I'm burning a late timeout here. Or, I'm burning an early timeout. But I want to take a shot to the end zone right now. And I see him. Can we hit it up and over the top? Justin Ross, jump ball receiver. Get it up in his hands. He can't hold on to it, though. Justin Ross, who doesn't get a lot of targets. Those are the ones I need you to bring down now. We are going to go one-on-one matchups across the board again, as I am just going to scramble out here. I don't see anything. I'm going to throw it away. I should have been able to try to put one up and try to test some of our receivers there, but it just didn't go that way. And with Slayton and Douglas on that side, I am going to motion Slayton just a little bit out here. Try to clear up some space. And if we can just get it up and over the top here to Douglas, it is tight coverage and it is going to fall incomplete. So we're at the 29. We can take a field goal, make it 13-14 going into half. We just have 11 mile per hour winds in our face. So that's a tough one here. Will Lutz, can he put it in? It's going to be hooking back a little bit. Luckily enough, we get it through. Will Lutz makes it a 13-14 ball game, so we're able to put up some scores. Will Lutz doing a good job with his field goals here today. And with 40 seconds left, the question is now, will the Bears try to drive down the field quick? After the Caleb Williams interception, are they going to resettle down, just taking it at halftime? But I have a feeling with these Bears, they're going to try to force one here, and so we're just going to drop in man-to-man, not get too overzealous with anything. As they do leave Herbert in to block, and they're taking another deep shot here. Can we win the one-on-one again? Instead, it's caught. More over the top. We can't make the tackle. Are you kidding me? And I think it's roughing the passer. Hopefully, though. Hopefully, it's a holding call. Please. They're looking at Mapu. We did bring him on a blitz. Personal foul, roughing the passer, and the Bears get a touchdown. No freaking way. Testing over the top. Mapu gets called for it. And just like that, the Bears strike quick. So, we have to do the same thing now. It turns from a 1-point game into an 8-point game. That's a little bit of a killer there. One play, 75 yards in 9 seconds. That's it. And so with one timeout, it's our turn to come out and try to take a deep shot here. We're going to leave Taysom Hill into block, though. We are going to chuck the first one deep and just see how it goes. So I am just going to put it up here. Over the top, and it's burn coverage. Slayton down the sideline. Holy crap, on the wheel route, there's absolutely no way. In the span of 14 seconds, 15 seconds off the board, 2 massive bombs. Darius Slayton, that's what I needed from the speedster. That's what I expected to see. Having one of his best games so far this season, at least as a New England Patriot, probably his best game ever there. Outrunning Gordon, tiptoeing down the sideline. And we're back to a 1-point game before half. Can we please just end it here and take this one into half? But holy crap, Bo Nix having a great first half for us. So will the Bears try to chuck it deep one more time? Please don't. I'm playing the high safeties. I don't want anything bad to happen here. So they go quickly outside. Marcus Jones there in coverage. You were underneath of it. I thought he was going to try to go for an interception there. That would have been crazy. Just dueling back and forth here with the Bears. This is really the definition of a shootout here. As they do go quick underneath in the curl around, all of a sudden they're almost in field goal range. We just need to trust our corners here. We need to trust our guys. Hopefully we can get things rolling. Jabril Peppers, I'm just going to roam the middle, try to knock off anything here. As Caleb Williams is scrambling, just dumps it off to Tavai. Tavai, good tackle. And we get called for a roughing the passer again after that. Oh my gosh, Matthew Judon. Caleb Williams was scrambling. Now they're in field goal range, and look at that. They're going to take a field goal. After all this, the freaking lead changes in under a minute. We have multiple lead changes there. We got 3, Bears got 7, we got 7, Bears got another 3, and just like that, it is 24-20 going into the half, unless we take one more deep shot, which will we? Absolutely at this point. So we're just going to take a shot here at a Hail Mary. We see make sure the blocking works, and we're just going to chuck this one. Holy crap, that is so out of the way. Just falling down incomplete, but that's going to be the half there. Bad throw from Bo Nix. But stats-wise, you can't complain. Bo Nix is throwing the ball well. Neither team rushing well at all. Look at it, 232 passing yards to 228 passing yards in this first half. We have 38 rushing yards. 20 of those are Bo Nix's as well. But I need to see, and I'm going to look to see if the Chargers game is going on right now. And it is. They are playing the Arizona Cardinals. We need the Cardinals to win. Oh my goodness. Are you kidding me? Kyler Murray is selling our playoff chances right now. That would make them 9-6, and I think they own the tiebreaker for us, so I think we'll be mathematically eliminated. We have to still finish out, though. You never know what's going to happen, but at this point, one can only hope. We're not going to tank. We're going to play our games out. I want to develop our guys because how well they perform is going to dictate their stats and their progression upgrades. We want to build these guys up to be absolute units. But here we go back again. They are going to be trying, and we got a sack right away to start it off there. Taylor Rapp up the middle. Great way to start this second half. And we're going to continue to apply pressure here on this team. We want to be able to get some plays working for us. And Bentley, you're on the wrong side here. You're in man-to-man coverage. They go quick the other way, though. Luckily enough, Caleb Williams didn't see it. Caleb Williams, 14 for 16 for 240, 3 touchdowns and an interception. Great stat line for him, but they're already in a 3rd and long. We're going to bring Rapp one more time. Mapu, take up a blocker for a second, and then let's go get Khalil Herbert. And we do. Out to the outside, though. Almost intercepted. What a play there by Christian Gonzalez, and he's going to force the punt. Almost had a pick 6. That would have been crazy. As Man's going to be the one to punt this one away here. Punt to rock in the number 0. That's cool to see. As Douglas, can we get a solid return from him here? Absolutely not. CJ Gardner-Johnson did good blocking there. We just went off the wrong way. And Slayton's got over 100 yards today. Harrison's got, I think, 70-something today. So the dynamic duo at receiver absolutely balling out. We're going to continue to grind through the air to get back into this one as we are going to roll out. And I already see him. Taysom Hill, can we just stop, make the grab? And we're going to try to go for the hurdle here. It doesn't quite work, but it's still a good gain. But we are finally going to settle into the run here. And it's 4-on-4. As long as the center can reach that, there should be some good blocking to get a hole there. Batty up the middle. I'll take that all day long. Tremaine Edmonds goes down with an injury. So we're going to attack them in the run just a little bit more. They're going to play one high safety man-to-man across the board. That's what you see with Eddie, or with Jaquan Brisker rolling down a little bit. With the block up the middle, and we just missed the trap block. That's terrible. When you're running a trap, if you miss the trap guy, you're not going to get anywhere. As Lewis did get a good tackle there, so we do have a 3rd and 5 to play with. Let's see here. Douglas is going to be screaming across the field here, but he's going to be underneath. Can we get it there? But no, I backed up too far. But we are going to attempt a very long field goal with 11 mile-per-hour winds in our face, or actually against us, blowing us back. So Will Lutz, very long field goal from him. Let's see what we can do. Can we put this one in? It's going to be up. And it's going to be just short. You've got to be kidding me. We couldn't use the wind enough from Will Lutz. So from 58, 59, we do miss that one. The Bears are going to have some good field position set up. And we're going to stick in this man-to-man look here. And one of the things we definitely need to address as a defense is our front 4 going forward. It's as simple as that. We need our team to have some success here. It's out to the outside. Mapu, good job in coverage. Khalil Herbert was fast there, but we were just fast enough to get out to him. But getting pressure with 4 has just been a big struggle for us so far this season here. Not a lot moving in terms of big guys in the middle as they do go play action once again. And Caleb Williams is scrambling here, and it is thrown right behind us. If we would have held down triangle, there's a chance we intercept that ball. Just a bad throw as the improviser just couldn't get it to work. As we're going to go 5, they're going to go 5 wide. We're going to sit in man-to-man, wrap in the middle. This is going to be another huge opportunity for a stop here as they do throw it underneath, and it is caught. Tavai was in coverage against Cole Kmet. I don't really like that. I think that's a situation where I'd rather have Nakobe Dean there or Mapu. I think Tavai is probably one of the lesser linebackers I'd rather have there. The worst one would probably be Bentley, but I'm just not happy with that one as you go play action again. And then there's feeding it across the middle there. Gonzalez in coverage as Caleb Williams continues to find his way, can find his success. I am just waiting for a run here. Finally break out the run, and they just don't. Instead, they're going to play action here again, and they're going to take a shot. And can we get there? Somebody, Judon in coverage this time, not able to get it to work. So our favorite words this entire drive is not able to get it to work because we just haven't been able to do that here. As a run up the middle this time, Khalil Herbert breaking some tackles, Rapp able to finish him off. Herbert so far getting held to 2 yards per carry. I will take that all day. It's just our secondary struggling so much. I'm definitely going to go out and look for a corner in the draft or in free agency this year that we can add to our roster because that would be huge as a counterplay does come out. Herbert breaking 1 but not breaking 2. Peppers, really good job of cleaning him up, and I really like this safety core that we've built so far with those two. I think Ballard, if he could develop, we'll definitely see how that all works, but if he develops, that would be sick. But Rapp is like a plug-and-play guy. We'll definitely move on from him if we don't find a replacement. But on this 4th and 1, we're able to get the stop somehow, and the Bears are going to take 3. So we're going to get the ball back here. Third quarter already halfway done, more than halfway done. as this is going to be a big drive for us, as it is going to be a 7-point ball game. So let's see what we can do. Douglas on the return, though. Can we start off with good field position, please? That'd be awesome, as we're going to take this one to the outside. We just barely get chased down there. But Bo Nix has been slinging the rock pretty well, but we are going to start out with a run here. Taysom Hill instead up the middle. And there is a little bit of a hole there. Taysom Hill up the middle, able to get 7 on the run, as I think we're actually averaging like 5 on the ground so far. So maybe we'll stay with it here. We'll try it again. Another trap play coming out underneath, but Taysom Hill this time bottled up. I'm just very interested to see how this running back core can work here in this second half. If we can get guys in open windows here, as Batty does get the first and keeps our drive alive enough where we can set up and maybe take a deep shot here, as I am going to look for it, and we just go out there. I wasn't even throwing to him. I was throwing to Hunter Henry over there. Hunter Henry broke wide open, but pressure in our face is just too much sometimes. We just can't get things rolling when those guys on our front line is just not working. Is out to the outside, pressure again, and we get burned. Holy crap. Our offensive line is struggling. So we are going 4 verticals here. They have the 2 linebackers in the box, kind of like a mid-blitz look. So if there's man-to-man, Douglas should get open here. Let's see what we can do. Burn him off the line. We're going to go quick to the outside. Slayton making a huge grab there on the sideline. Did they go cover 2 against the 4 verticals? I'd love to see what play call they ran there, because that is perfect for us, as it does keep our drive alive and continues Slayton's very, very dominant day through the air. And it was a cover 2. It was a cover 2 invert. So really the 4 verticals was the call there. There was no absolute way they were going to be able to stop that play. But with the whip route here from Douglas, maybe we can get that open, and it is open to the outside. Douglas really doing a good job against Gordon, working one-on-one there. Bo Nix, almost 300 passing yards today. The one thing we haven't run today is a lot of play action, but I will run a play action here because I want to see Batty just leaking out, as we are just going to try to go quick, but we get sacked again. Lewis, we have absolutely no time in the pocket to get anything going. Cole Strange struggling in that middle, and Mekhi Becton struggling on the edge there. The whole line is just having a rough day, and they only have 3 down linemen now. We're going to motion out Justin Ross, as they do get some swim moves, so we're going to roll out for this one. I'm just going to wait and try to throw it up the field a little bit. Good catch by Demario Douglas, and it's 4th and inches. We're going to be going for this one, and that's going to start off the 4th quarter. Passing yards, we're actually in front of them now. Rushing yards, we're doing a good job. Our team is making good plays. The only problem is they are stacking the box here, so we're going to leave Hunter Henry into block. Actually, we're going to send Hunter Henry out. I'm going to look for a quick slant here for Harrison, and we're just going to go underneath. Harrison, huge grab there on 4th down. I don't trust the run on 4th down because of what has happened so far this season. So for that pass there to work on 4th down, that is huge. The pass play there. Now can we get the edge? I'm actually going to tuck this one in with Batty, then take it back out, and it is Jaquan Brisker coming down making a solid tackle. Why can't we get Blake Corum to run the football like that? That's the problem. I feel like lately Blake Corum has just struggled so much in the run, as this one should open up for a touchdown here. Tyler Batty getting into the end zone. If you were to tell me week number 16, we were going to have Tyler Batty running in rushing touchdowns for us, I would be so confused between Ramondre Stevenson, Blake Corum, and Frank Gore Jr. It's crazy that Batty, our practice squad running back, is coming in, getting touchdowns for us. Hunter Henry, solid blocks there from him, as we do tie up this lead with a Will Lutz field goal here. 27-27 is your score, as this 4th quarter is going to be our season on the line, a guaranteement of our season on the line. We can't make the playoffs with 9 losses. It's as simple as that. But can we force another turnover? That's what I would love here. A quick turnover, make something happen like that. It is going to start, though, with a play action look, and I think we got burned a little bit there. Good pass coming out. Jones not good enough in coverage, but I actually thought Christian Gonzalez on Malik Neighbors, that was something that didn't go our way, because it looks like they just completely abandoned the run at this point. They're just not going to it. Actually, they do go to here up the middle, and we're just there bottling it up one more time. Even Carl Lawson getting in on the run for us is huge. He's another guy. I want to see what we do with him. With a decent season this season, I mean, he's leading our team in sacks. I like it, but is he a guy that's a long-term guy for the future of this New England Patriots dynasty? Maybe. It's just weird like that as they go out to the outside, and it is almost an interception, almost tipped up and caught. Christian Gonzalez, his hands of stone. If I could have him develop one way this offseason, it's going to be in his catching ability. Like, he would have Deron Bland type numbers if he just learned how to catch the football. Like, the New England Patriots, I'm just going to buy a jug machine at the practice facilities. This one's the outside. Okay, scratch that. I'm sorry. Look, I was just talking too much. Apparently, okay, just me yapping away too much. It worked. Christian Gonzalez, great interception there, getting underneath of the bullet pass from Caleb Williams. Absolutely bringing that one in. That was out to, I think, Malik Neighbors, and he was able to intercept that one. So Christian Gonzalez winning that one-on-one matchup today against Neighbors. We are going to respond here with maybe a deep ball. We'll see. We're going to scramble out here though. I just see him on the sideline. I should have gone to him earlier, but that's such a bad pass. So I'll be honest, I wasn't even looking that way. And this is maybe a one high look again here with the safety rolled down like that. And it is. So this should be quick to the outside here. Can we get him to get the ball in? No, Harrison can't hit him. So very quickly, this turned into a 3rd and 10 already. We're going to go quads look and go screen out of quads. Hopefully that can work. Just out to him, and it is caught. No way Tyler Batty makes that catch for the first down. The defender right in his face. Batty barely able to bring that one in, and he's visibly excited. That's huge for us with the season on the line here. And holy crap, Harrison's getting like the Calvin Johnson treatment on the left-hand side. 3 guys stacked up over there. And we're still going to throw it up. And he's still going to catch it. There's absolutely no way, Harrison. 3 guys over there, 2 stay in coverage. We're still able to hit him. And he's still able to bring it in. We're up to 415 yards of offense in this game. 2 receivers over 100 yards. We haven't had that happen outside of the Rams game. Absolutely feasting here today. Bo Nix is solidifying himself as maybe our starter going into next season, because if he can show flashes like this, I will be absolutely sold. And I do want to try to throw this one into the end zone. I'm a little bit worried about running it. You know, we are going to run it. We're going to run it with Taysom Hill right up the middle. Can we get it to work here? Taysom Hill trucking his way in, and Taysom Hill's getting touchdowns too. So Tyler Batty, Taysom Hill are the guys scoring touchdowns for us today, and Bo Nix rushing. Not the stat line I would have predicted at week number 5, but I will take it. We got some touchdowns in the board, and the Swiss Army knife is even going to come out and hold on this one too, as Will Lutz puts it in to give us a 7-point lead. 34 points today. That is such a good feeling for how bad our offense played last week, and now we just need to hold off this Bears attack here with 7 minutes left in the football game. They are going to go to the run here to start. Wow, I actually was not expecting that at all. I was so ready to drop with CJ Gardner-Johnson, but we are going to switch it up. We're going to go back to a zone coverage, something we don't usually do. I don't like doing, because Caleb Williams and these good quarterbacks are picking us apart, but they do go to the run again, and Tavai in the middle getting actually stiff-armed, but Mapu cleaning up as Herbert only 11 carries for 21 yards. We're doing a good job against running backs. I will not lie. Our front, I think our linebacking core, honestly, started off as kind of a weak point, early on again, especially against the Dolphins when the tight ends were burning us. But now, how we're playing the run with Nakobe Dean coming in, Mapu getting a ton of more playing time. That linebacking core shored up very, very quick as we're going to force the Bears to punt. And it's simple as this. I want the game to end here. I want to run out this clock. I want Tyler Batty, Taysom Hill, even Bo Nix. I don't care who does it. I want to run this ball and really, really put a nail in the coffin on this one. It's going to be hard, though, but with Douglas getting great returns like this, maybe we won't need to. We're just going to start with great field position anyways, up to the 37. Douglas doing a good job, as we are going to start a Taysom Hill, Bo Nix read option to start this one, and it's going to be a pull read here from Bo Nix. Bo Nix to the outside. Bo Nix stay in bounds, and we're just going to keep this clock running. We're going to put on 2 clock, and that's a good gain. I wanted to get a little bit more. Probably should have, but I definitely will definitely take that, as I want to try to put up just a field goal, make it a better game for us. As Batty, the juke move just not working there. So maybe 3rd and 6, we will go to the air in this one, as we are just going to try to throw to the sticks. We got some curl routes on the outside, a route that we're very, very familiar with here. If we could just fit this one in, that'd be huge. And hey, who else but Marvin Harrison Jr. finishing this one off for us, getting a good first down to keep this drive alive and hopefully being the nail in the coffin, as this shoe clock's going to continue to just tank away time here, as we're going to run up the middle with Batty one more time. Good block by Cole Strange in the run game. Batty off to the races now. Batty running better than Blake Corum has since week number 6. No, wait. Week number 9, excuse me. Because dang it, if I'm going to talk crap on our players, I'm going to do it with statistical facts here. Now Taysom Hill's going to get a chance to run the football. We're going to continue to let this clock drain. Just an HB base here. Taysom Hill, can we break to the outside a little bit? Kind of falling off of tackles there, but I'll take it. Chicago did burn a timeout, so Batty's going to come back in, and that means we just need a first down here. Good blocking by Darius Slayton on the outside, as Chicago burns another timeout now. We're just putting this one down their mouths. Wait, pause, resume, no worries. Tyler Batty trap play here. Tyler Batty getting his way to the end zone. Oh, juke out Jaquan Brisker. That would have been awesome, because we are just going to continue to try to feed this one here up the middle. Taysom Hill trucking his way, hopefully. Oh no, he lost a couple yards on that one. I was getting a little excited, but hopefully this is the one that we can put in here. 2-minute warning does get called, but we're on the goal line. We're ready to punch in a first down and then a touchdown, or both at the same time, as it is Batty in the backfield. It is one-on-one though out there with Harrison as well, but it's going to be right in the middle. A good cut by Batty, and that's a touchdown. Tyler Batty coming in relief here today for our very, very injured running back core. And Tyler Batty's the one who puts up 2 touchdowns, 60 yards in his New England Patriots debut off of our practice squad. As we're up to 40 points now in this game, something we've never done in the Patriots franchise game so far. At least I don't think so. Maybe the Rams game. Maybe I'm mistaken. But we put 21 unanswered up on the Bears. Greg Dortch takes a knee with this one. And hopefully our defense can lock up just one more time, because we know that they're going to pass the ball. So hopefully, I'd love an interception to end. Obviously, that would be a great feeling here, as they're going to try to go deep, and it is going to be an interception. CJ Gardner-Johnson, can we get a return here? We're going to run it this way, and we don't. Oh, bad blocking from Marcus Jones. What are you doing? But CJ Gardner-Johnson having the best game of his career in a Patriots uniform. Second interception on the day. See, that's Caleb Williams' problem. He's so much of an improviser that he just wants to make the weird throws. And that's why he's gotten so many interceptions this season already, especially when he's not even playing a lot of games. But Taysom Hill up the middle here, just falling forward. And then now we're going to take some knees, and that is going to be all she wrote. And our playoff hopes stay alive and are hanging on by a thread, but they are still alive as we jump up to 7-8 on the season, fighting, clawing, scratching our way to some wins here. But Bo Nix, maybe the best game of his career so far. Caleb Williams, we got the full Caleb Williams experience. If you guys don't know, my draft board, Caleb Williams is just not up there. I am not sold on Caleb Williams just yet. But Bo Nix almost putting up 400 passing yards, kind of running away with it. But the completion percentage almost up to 60. That's impressive. 1 interception, 1 touchdown. But Tyler Batty, I thought he had 60 yards rushing. He had 79 yards rushing. That is insane. Taysom Hill also getting it done on the ground. Bo Nix being able to scramble around. But we shut down the run today. We made the Bears one-dimensional and beat them. But this is what I want to see from our 2 superstar wide receivers. Marvin Harrison Jr., 130. Darius Slayton, 137. 1 touchdown out of a Slayton there. But just also getting everybody else involved. Mario Douglas in the slot, getting some good catches. Taysom Hill getting some good catches. And defensively, 3 interceptions. 1 from Christian Gonzalez, 2 from CJ Gardner-Johnson. Sack-wise, we did get the 1 from Taylor Rapp. But a good game all around. And let's see now how the NFL landscape is shaping up. Well, things just got a little bit more interesting now. Looking at the landscape, we don't have to worry about the Chargers anymore. We have to worry about the Bills. Now, that's because the Bills, we've already beat them once this season, and we play them in our game this week, Buffalo versus New England, and the Bills now have the last seed in the wild card round, with the Chargers stringing together a couple of wins here. So this next game is now a make or break for us again in the playoffs. We beat the Bills. We jump up now, as our record will stand at 8-8. Hopefully both the Steelers and the Bengals lose. So across the board, the Bills are at 9-7. Then from there, 8-8 is the Steelers, the Bengals, and us. And if the Steelers and the Bengals lose and the Bills lose, we jump into the playoffs. I don't know how the tiebreaker works across all 3 of us, Steelers and the Bengals. I think it may be net points, which I think we lose because we've gotten blown out a couple of times this season. But holy crap, our season is still alive. Only problem is we didn't get player of the week. CJ Gardner-Johnson had 2 interceptions, didn't get it there. And Bo Nix threw for almost 400 yards, 1 touchdown, 1 pick. But apparently if you throw for 5 touchdowns, you get it. It's whatever. But the nice thing is we get a ton of players back from the IR today. Our running back room all of a sudden just got so freaking healthy. Frank Gore, Ramondre Stevenson, both those guys back. And almost every single other player that battled through injury, like Marco Wilson, he's even back this week. The only guy not back right now is Justin Fields, Christian Barmore, and Blake Corum. Blake Corum will be out for 1 more week. And I think people are like, oh, let Ramondre Stevenson take the starting role. No. We're letting Frank Gore Jr. take the starting role. I may even let Tyler Batty get some carries. I'm not going to lie. With Jawan Jennings coming back, Justin Ross, I'm sorry, you get bumped down. Justin Ross just didn't have the catches that we needed from him. We tried to go to him a couple times in the game, just didn't quite work out. But looking at the standings here, the Bills have done a decent job. They strung together a ton of wins in a row, finally lost one. Any other notable streaks so far in the league? A 6-win streak coming out from the Rams. 8 straight losses for the Green Bay Packers. There is absolutely no way. Jordan Love collapsing in the second half of the season. 20 interceptions on the season. And recently, he's been throwing a ton of them. 4, 2, 2, 3, 2, 1, 1. That is incredible from him. So look, it's just not our quarterbacks right now that are making mistakes. Penix, Love, Geno, Russell Wilson, who unfortunately did get released today as the day I'm recording this. If you look, actually, we're all the way down here. Bo Nix has thrown 6 so far this season, and Justin Fields threw 10. So in total, we threw 16 interceptions. It still wouldn't even put us in first so far in the league. Caleb Williams, 12 touchdowns, 14 interceptions. I will take that. One of the highest interception percentages in the league. Derek Carr, though, holds that number as a backup down in Jacksonville. But ranking-wise, we haven't even cracked the top 20 at all this season. We're still sitting at number 24. Offensively, we're at 13. Defensively, though, we are somewhere. I'm looking for it. There, number 8. So that's a solid ranking so far. A lot better than how we finished up last year. After last season, the real season, 7th ranked defense and 31st ranked offense. So abysmal numbers. We got the offense going. We got the offense up. A lot of superstar power on it. But first things first, we need to go through and make sure that we re-sign Darius Slayton. With Darius Slayton, we're going to go ahead and offer this contract right here. The salary is a lot of money, but I'm actually going to lower it. Do I want to keep it at 3 or do I want to keep it at 4? We'll go with a 3-year deal. And this is the offer that we're going to give him. So it'll be a $16 million, $17 million, then an $18 million cap hit. And he wants more years. So I guess we'll have to re-up his years again if we want to keep him around. And then Ezra Cleveland in the middle, I'm probably going to bring him back just to be a backup guard for our team. Or maybe I'll move him over to center just to keep our offensive line somewhat healthy, somewhat working. As I'm going to offer him a 3-year, just simple deal for him, just to keep him around at the age 26, 74 overall. That's a great backup to have. For Christian Barmore, this is the offer we gave him last time. I'm actually going to up it to a 5-year deal. I think that'd be solid for him, and that's the deal he does take. So he didn't take the last contract we submitted to him. We just upped the year by 1. And he did say that was okay. I'm not going to re-sign Taylor Rapp or Jonathan Abram. Marco Wilson, is he one of those guys we let walk? I think it is. Matthew Judon as well. I want to re-sign Tavai, but we are going to give an offer to Tay Crowder. Just extend him by a little bit there, just to continue to build some depth in the middle. He played well for us. That huge interception last time we played him. Played with the Bills, and then with Devon on the inside, he only wants a 1-year, $4 million deal. We're not going to have a lot of cap to work with. That's the problem. We'll need to let some guys walk as he just wants more time with us. So that's another guy who just wants more years on his deal. But we do need to cut 3 players because of guys coming off of IR. We have 57 guys on roster. We have to cut 4 different players. And I'm going straight to the running back room. Tyrion Davis-Price, he will be gone. We're going to move him back down to the practice squad. Batty's going to stay on. Ty Chandler is actually going to be the one who's going to move down to practice squad. And so that'll be our running back room. Now, receiving room is not going to change. I'd love, though, I'm telling you right now, I'd love to cut Juju Smith-Schuster. It didn't cost me $1 million. But we are also going to move on from Ernest Brown. I'm actually going to move him down to practice squad for right now. We picked him up off of free agency, but I feel like he could be a practice squad guy for right now. And then moving on from one more player with Marco Wilson coming back, I'm going to cut Ronald Darby, the veteran 9-year man out of Florida State. That's going to free up a little bit of cap. And we finally have our roster resettled. Injuries, not as much as a problem anymore. But we are good to go. Let's show you guys a playoff picture this way as well. Vikings already did clinch, but on our side, it is getting thick here. We have to take down the Bills if we want a chance in this season. In fact, our entire season comes down to our weekly strategy. See what guys are injured. And then the game, as we are going to stop them. Man, do I stop the short pass? I actually want to stop the deep pass because with guys like Stephon Diggs, I do not want the deep pass to burn us. And maybe we try to throw it deep today. Maybe we definitely try to throw it deep. And I think we are. So we just have to make sure nobody gets injured. We're not going to throw for 350 yards. That's a once in a blue moon type situation. We're playing against Josh Allen, so we'll try to get 1 interception there. Crossing the fingers, no injuries coming out of practice like last week. We got hit with the injury bug hard last week in practice. But it looks like we are all good to go. So the season on the line one more time. And the nice thing is, if we do play the Jets may have a playoff spot locked up. So we would be chilling then. If they just want to play their backups in that game, that'd be huge. But nonetheless, we still have to beat Josh Allen first. Let's jump right into it. And it is a snow game, so I'm very excited for that. But once again, guys, thanks so much for tuning into Patriots Franchise. It means a lot that you guys are willing to watch these. And thank you for putting up with what was the most annoying spring break of my life. I got back from I got to my house for spring break, and my system just didn't want to work. And I thought the whole Patriots franchise file was corrupted, gone forever. But we're going to start here with a Frank Gore return, and I'll tell you more about it here in a second. But Frank Gore only getting out to about the 19. But the system got corrupted. I tried to play games. It just would crash in the first quarter every single game. The mods weren't working. Actually, to the point where I rebuilt the entire franchise, like game by game. That also didn't work. I didn't know what was going on. Luckily enough, I booted up on my laptop and we were able to get things rolled enough. So this is how I'm recording it. My face cam's on my PC, game's on my laptop. I got to transfer the files over. But thank you guys so much for sticking with me. I know I'm breaking the fourth wall a little bit behind the scenes, the Dot Mild production. But hey, we make it work. We make it absolutely work. As Bo Nix, we are going to start off with a screenplay here in this one. And we just lead it inside, and we just can't get the blockers out there to start. So on second down, maybe we got to continue what we were doing last week, which was just passing the ball very, very efficiently. But hey, that is not passing the ball very, very efficiently. As Bo Nix, we got to get set up in the pocket, got absolutely taken down right away. We are going 5 wide on this third down and long here. I'm looking at maybe the slant route can open up, and we throw it up and over the top, and we're almost able to fit it in. Instead, it gets intercepted on the first drive of the game. That's not what we can have happen at all. So it's a rough start here for our team, and the tight end's wide open as they're going to dump it off to the running back. Instead, CJ Gardner-Johnson could break up, but I cannot believe that's what happened on our first drive of the game. We sat back, maybe got a little too excited, maybe thought we could force it just a little too much there, but it just didn't go our way. As in at running back is Edwards. It's not Cook, which is kind of crazy as they go all across underneath. Tavai has to run, barely takes him out before they get to the first down marker. So it is a 3rd and 1. And I'm not going to lie, I'm going to guess it here. Run up the middle. I put it on, and it is going to be with Josh Allen taking the snap, a run up the middle. And we should be there. Instead, they break off to the open field, and they got enough for the first down at the 15 here. Gus Edwards at running back. Our biggest thing is I need to be able to just sit down and cover up these running lanes. We need to be able to hold them to a field goal here. Coverage-wise, I think we're pretty solid across the board. I trust Christian Gonzalez enough, but can we make sure to stop Gus Edwards like we've done to other running backs in the past couple of weeks? We've done a really good job. Even Braylon Allen didn't have that crazy of a game. I was stressing out about that a lot, but they're in the I formation one more time, which is probably going to be an indicator of run here with the fullback, as this is a die play up the middle. And we do wrap him up enough, but he does push forward. That's Jones there at running back. And so it is 3rd and 4. We're going to try to take off anything quick underneath, and we do, and we knock it out. Huge play by Jabril Peppers. He had a deep half there, but instead I wanted to chase that tight end. If he did go on a quick drag right away, we were able to do it. And our defense coming up very, very, very clutch in this one. And we are able to force a field goal. Now let's flash back though to the last time we played the Bills. We grabbed the lead, but then it was just a back and forth grindy game. Finishing up final score, I think was 23-17, an overtime win thanks to a Tay Crowder interception. But that game was so unbelievably grinding. And I just probably think with the snow here, it's going to be one of those games again as Frank Gore up the middle, getting us out to the 21 to start. But now we need to limit. I don't want any turnovers for the rest of the game. We're not going to force the ball like crazy. We're going to resettle down in our offense here. Even Ramondre Stevenson's going to get some more carries. We're going to fake it to him, though, start here. Instead, we're just going to dump it off to Theo Johnson. It's Jawan Johnson, sorry. It's Jawan Johnson down the sideline getting a good play there. But now Theo Johnson's going to have to come in, and Taysom Hill's going to have to play a lot more tight end because he did go down with an injury. That's where I would love to have Mo Alley Cox still on the roster. That's right. I remember all the players we brought into the team. Mo Alley Cox would have been a nice tight end to have there just in case of the injuries here. But Ramondre Stevenson, that hole was so clogged up. I tried to bounce, and it just did not work. I should have just went upfield, met the linebacker, and tried to fall forward. That run is just going to lead us to go to the air here. We're going to go quick to the outside, throw it upfield, and it is knocked down just a little bit. We had pressure in our face right away again as Jawan Johnson tore his labrum. So Taysom Hill's going to come in. He's going to be the one playing tight end for us, and we're stuck in another 3rd and 10 situation here. We're going to go play action look. One high safety look out to the outside. We're going to have to get it there. And such a huge grab. Again, we're hit. Our offensive line is struggling, but Bo Nix gets it there. Just barely, though. So we are going to go to the run underneath. Frank Gore Jr., his first carry of the game. And this would be nice if we're able to get up the field a little bit. And then, hey, I'll start off with 5 any day of the week. But if we have to keep it on the ground a lot, I just will here is up the middle. Ramondre Stevenson, nothing going. And they have the safeties rolling down in the box here on this 3rd down again. So maybe this is a situation where we do a quick hitter, get our guys out in space, and we're actually going to go out to the outside and just lay Blake Corum one-on-one here to get this first down. Great play call there by myself. I'll give myself props on that one, but that's an audible, and recognizing the safeties are coming downhill. Blake Corum being able to pick up the first down is huge. I like that one-on-one there with Slayton on the outside. The safety's not going to roll over unless he is actually, and our guys are getting bottled up. I'm just going to have to throw this one away. Oh my goodness. We got jammed off the line so hard there on the right-hand side. Our crossers weren't even given any time to do anything. So with Hunter Henry here, I need him to get up to that linebacker spot. Just somebody, nobody wants to get the linebacker. Instead, he comes in through free. It's that Bernard that is making the tackle, and we are stuck in a 3rd and 10 now. No safety help over top again here. And we're going to try to hit it up and over the top, and we have a touchdown. If DeMario Douglas, we could just get the ball to him. Now at the 34, it's going to be a 51-yard field goal, and this is going to be a very tough boot with momentum in play. And we be able to squeak this one in. Hopefully, Beringer can do it, and it is absolutely wide left. He did not put that one in. So the snow definitely playing a factor in this one. We're going to be, man, we got to be able to force some incompletions from or some sacks on Josh Allen, but we just don't. Instead, he gets the ball out there. Luckily, Taylor Rapp's there to tackle, so it's a gain of nothing. But we should have had Josh Allen for a major loss there. Just didn't go our way. I really don't like to buy in coverage on a tight end there, but it's not my decision to make, apparently, as Marco Wilson's back in the game and letting up one-on-one catches there to Diggs. As we are going to change the cornerback matchup in this one to overall base, and I think that's going to help Christian Gonzalez stay on Diggs the whole game. Maybe he'll win some of them as they do go play action. Running across the middle, I'm there with it, and now to the outside. Is that a grab? That is. Holy crap. And looking at the bottom of your screen, the Jets are winning their game. That's huge. We need the Jets to win their game, because hopefully then the final week of the season, they won't be a big factor if they win or not. As Gus Edwards fighting through the hole, he's continuing to break tackles here. Finally, we bring him down, but he got them inside of the red zone. In this must-win game, we are kind of struggling so far as they are in jumbo package. But I just don't know what the answer is right now for this team as they do go to the air again. Quick to the outside, and never mind. It's an interception. Marcus Jones. We get the block. We do get the block. Marcus Jones now off to the races down the sideline. Kincaid brings him down. Josh Allen doing Josh Allen things. You'll love to see it. That's a little in route. I think Jones was just all over that one. Absolutely read it like a book. He was matched up one-on-one there. And the receiver was Stephon Diggs. So, hey, if he's going to be the one in the matchup against Christian Gonzalez today, I will definitely do that. You know, Christian Gonzalez may be playing the other side of the field, but Diggs getting beat there to start, and we got to get a good drive together. We got to put points up on the board. Thank goodness, hey, the turnover battle is now back to even. Both teams made their mistakes, so let's go here. Ramondre Stevenson up the middle, not for much. As the more I'm running the ball with him, the more I realize I am not going to miss him. It's as simple as that. We can let him walk in free agency. He can go get a bag somewhere else, as we're going to go underneath here to a Marvin Harrison Jr. drag route, but that gets knocked down. So we just need something to pick up this first down here. Man-to-man coverage. Can Douglas win the whip route? Can Douglas turn upfield for the first down? Barely 4th and inches. And so we are going to punt this one away, but nope, I even faked out you. We're going for it. Up the middle. Taysom Hill off to the races. Taysom Hill breaking tackles, and that's a fake punt coming out here to keep this team alive in a must-win game. I have never run a fake punt before like that, but having Taysom Hill there in that position is perfect for us. He can throw it. He can run it. He's a freaking weapon, and we keep this drive alive. And look at this. He even comes back in at tight end. I absolutely love having a Swiss Army knife that we can kind of play anywhere here, as we just can't break any tackles with Ramondre Stevenson. It's killing me. I would love to just use him to go after this Bills linebacking core here, but we're just going to get hit as we threw. Luckily enough, it is dropped, though, by Frank Gore. I was going to say, luckily enough, it was caught after, getting hit as we're thrown. But just like that, we're in another 3rd down. We cannot win. It is just the worst feeling in the world when just nothing is going our way today, as we just get pressure off the edge and we get sacked instantaneously. Holy crap. Both of the guys off the edge get in on us, and we're going to punt the ball away this time. So the wasted opportunity from the fake punt does suck. Beringer, I need you to pin them here very, very deep. Please don't go into the end zone. This one's going to drop right at the 1. Hopefully stays in, and instead it doesn't. So they're going to get it at the 20-yard line. No scores from us so far in this one. We are going to roll both of the safeties into the box here for a play action look. I see him coming across here. We're going to run with him. Instead, they just dump it off. It's good tackle by Judon just to push him out of bounds, but I want Josh Allen to continue to make turnovers. We forced, 3 last time we played him? I think that was our interception numbers. If we could do that kind of damage again to this Bills team, that would be just huge. 6 turnovers in one season against Josh Allen. This is a run here. Judon's all over. We're there with Peppers as well. And on this 3rd and 3, we are going to bring a blitz. I don't expect them to run. I expect something quick underneath, and we're going to stay with it there. And it is out, and Taylor Rapp, a huge hit in the back to knock this ball out. So we are going to force a Buffalo Bills punt. That's exactly what we needed in the way I didn't think it was going to happen. And I'm also so happy to have Frank Gore back there returning for us. That is such a good feeling. For me, he's been the most dangerous return man in the NFL this season when healthy. A Devin Hester part 2, if you will, and just up the middle, getting us to the 30-yard line. I mean, Douglas did good returning as well in punts, but not in kicks. So I'm happy to have Frank Gore's kicks there as well. I'm definitely like one run away from benching Ramondre Stevenson if he continues to struggle in the running game here as we do go to the outside, because Frank Gore Jr., if we still let this block set up and just bounce off of it, that's a great run by Frank Gore Jr. to start off this drive. He could really just develop into an absolute animal for us here. Is leaking out. Could we maybe? I'm just going to throw this one away, and we just do there. I mean, we got hit as we threw, but I was just trying to throw it away. So we're going to go 5 wide, and I like in the slot there. Marvin Harrison, if he's in the slot, we just throw it instead to Hunter Henry. He gets knocked out. There was a little RPO action, but I thought maybe we could throw it quick, but it just wasn't working. And so quickly again, already in a 3rd down and long. This has just been our bread and butter, apparently, as I just need Slayton to win this one out to the outside, and he does. Slayton continues to make plays to keep our season alive as well. So many good players right now. I really just love the way we've completely rebuilt this roster, given it new meaning, new life. And who is in there at tight end? That's Greenfield. You're staying in the block, my friend. Actually, you can't. So you're just going to run a little hitch. As off the rip, I see him. Can we please just put it up to him? And we don't. He gets broken up with. No freaking way, Harrison. I need you to hold on to that. That would have been such an absolute banger of a play, but now it's going to be Frank Gore up the middle, getting absolutely beat from the inside out there. The defensive tackle is playing very, very well for Buffalo. Harrison does check out on this play, so that does suck, as we're going to go to Darius Slayton again for another 1st down. That is ridiculous. Bo Nix not having the best passing day so far, but doing almost basically just enough to keep everything rolling. I will just absolutely take that one here, as we should have Justin Ross if we can just get him the ball, please. Please, but no, Kevin Dotson goes down with an injury, so our interior offensive line probably just got a little bit worse, and that's why we brought in Ezra Cleveland, though I will say Ezra Cleveland's not a bad player in any stretch of the imagination. But guys, some guys have been better, but Frank Gore to the outside. I need you to break that tackle though, please. But instead of Ezra Cleveland, I am going to have Sidney Snow come in instead. But this is another 3rd down conversion opportunity for our team. We're going to go across the middle. Harrison catching it once again. Please stay up. Please continue to fight for yards. And we are just killing the Bills here in momentum, in speed, and just making it happen, going all the way down the field, controlling time of possession, a huge methodical drive. I want to know how many plays this entire drive was so far. As a run here, we let up the block set up, and we're able to get a couple out of it. And even the Bills are just suffering from a couple injuries on this drive as well. But no shots to the end zone have really opened up yet. And if they go a mid blitz here, this is maybe where we can, if we leave Frank Gore in a block and just focus on that outside look as they do bring it. And we are going to go underneath here. We need him to make the grab. Harrison does, and Harrison's got us 1st and goal and another 3rd down conversion. That's 4 in a row on this drive. Something that's been a huge struggle for us here, but Taysom Hill rolling across should be the easy dump off for the touchdown. As we do try to scramble, can we throw it over the top? And no, Tre'Davious White backed up and picked us off, and we've got 2 interceptions on the day. Oh my goodness, that is not what we needed, what we could have let happen after such a good drive. That's how we finish it off. Oh my goodness, that just hurts so bad right now. But up the middle, the Bills running, getting nothing. Patterson on the run. But if we want the season to go our way, we just cannot have those interceptions. That was such a good drive. Holy crap, as I'm expecting a pass across the middle. Instead, they go out to the outside. Good tackle by Bentley, except for swinging him up for another 5 more yards. So maybe a run here on this 3rd and 1, and it is going to be a run. Can we come downhill with Rapp? And we're able to hold them 4th and inches. We're going to force a punt. Our defense keeping us in games this season. That is so nice. And maybe we'll just have to do the long, methodical drive one more time here. Frank Gore, a little bit of space to return here. We're going to try to break it to the outside. DeMar Hamlin and co are there to bring us down. But please, just no more interceptions. That was such a bad pass for me to... And Tre'Davious White was just there, but up the middle, Frank Gore keeping it rolling. He's averaging over 4 yards per carry so far in this one. Ramondre Stevenson, I don't think is doing that quite that well. But with safeties pinching down here, maybe the stretch play to the outside would work. But the 2-minute warning is called before that. So now we got to go to the air. We got to get things rolling. As I am looking up the seam here, Hunter Henry's one-on-one. Harrison's one-on-one to the outside. Is this a zone look? This is going to be a zone look, as we could just hit this comeback route first, and it does not. Rasul Douglas was the man in coverage there, as they do go split out, as we are just trying to find something to happen, and we do get flagged as I try to throw it away. I just didn't want to take the bad sack and back us up. Oh, I thought we were out of the tackle box. We're going to hit with an intentional grounding and just have to punt this one away to the Bills. Our defense has to shape up one more time before this half is over. This is an absolute nightmare right now. It's a snowball. So I was kind of expecting something like this to happen here, but our gunners are completely held up. Diggs is going to have a lot of room to return it here. Up the middle, Diggs is off to the races. Thankfully, goodness, our punter is there. The Bills starting at the 49-yard line. We need another interception. We need something to go our way here. Wrap in the middle. Am I going to bring him? No, we're going to drop him instead. I'm going to run with a middle across, but it's Tavai in coverage. What was that? Why was that the look that we came out in? I have our matchup by overall, and Tavai's in man-to-man coverage against Stephon Diggs. Oh my goodness, what a breakdown on defense. And so now the score is 10-0 before halftime. I need Bo Nix to step up. He's played so well for us. We need these passes to fit in here because we're going on a drive before the 2-minute warning here. We need Frank Gore to pop off with a decent return, and he does, out to about the 27. If they're in a cover 2 here, this would be amazing. Hopefully, I don't think it is a cover 2, but we are going to take a deep shot here to Harrison. Out to the outside, and somehow Harrison wins that jump ball. There's absolutely no way. We're going to go hurry up right away here, try to catch him slipping on a run. And it's going to be Frank Gore to open it up just a little bit, breaking some tackles, and I'm going to burn an early timeout on this drive. But if it is cover 2, maybe we could split the middle right here, and it is not working, so we're going to have to try to throw it across the middle, but it's a big windup from Bo Nix, and we get hit as we throw. So now 3rd and 5, and I have to leave Stevenson in the block. For how bad our blocking scheme has worked so far, is I'm going to try to put it up and over the top. Can Douglas win this one? And Douglas almost does. He brings it in, but then drops it on the way down. So we need some points here before the half is over. It's going to be Will Lutz coming in to attempt a field goal. Can we please knock this one through, Will Lutz, please? And that one should be good, just barely, with the wind in our face. So at least we put up 3. I can't be mad. We got 3 points out of the deal. We cut the lead down to 7 going into halftime. Hopefully the Bills don't come out and try to absolutely drive down the field on us very, very quickly. But knowing the Bills, they probably will. I was looking at the bottom. The Saints are beating the Commanders. The Commanders have lost, I think, 2 straight now. This would make it 3rd. And they basically played themselves out of playoff contention. We're going to sit in a cover 3. I want them to try to throw underneath, and we'll just tackle in bounds to try to drain the clock. That's going to be the goal right now, as they are actually going to go to the air. And we do get a huge sack on Judon, and I'm going to burn a timeout. Finally, we get a pressure with the 4-man there, and Judon doing a great job there off the edge as they're going to throw this one underneath. And it's a fumble! No freaking way! It's a fumble. Please don't go to booth review. Judon got in there again, back-to-back plays, and I need to see it. Pressure off the edge, and it's going to be booth reviewed and overturned. Oh, he was so down, but such a good play from Judon there, as it is going to go to booth review, and we saw it. It's going to be given back to the Bills here. And so 3rd and 26, this clock is going to run. I'm going to try to wrap up this run, and then we're going to call another timeout, and I'm going to force him to punt. I want to take a shot at a Hail Mary here. We could just come downhill, make this nice and easy tackle, and I'm going to burn it. They're at the 15. If they punt it, we get a decent return. We're sitting at around the 40, 50-yard line. Maybe we'll try to throw one deep. Maybe I should have brought the heat instead. Maybe I should have tried to force like a bad punt out. But nonetheless, Frank Gore, if this is where I need you to step up, this is where I need you to step up out to the outside. Oh, that could have been a face mask, but there is 1 second left. So we are going to take this shot here. Let's see what we can do. We're going to chuck this one to the end zone. It is going to be tipped up and tipped down. So Bo Nix, 11 for 28, 2 interceptions in this first half. Not what we wanted. The Bills are going to start here in the second half with the football. I expect them to lean on the run just a little bit more in this one, and they are going to go to it right away. Mapu, you got caught up there as now the Bills are off to the races. Patterson's second run of the game, but it goes for big, because I really want to be able to get the run game stopped here. As a good cutback lane was happening for Patterson, but Judon shuts it down. Judon trying to play for another contract. Maybe if he does hit free agency, we'll bring him back on a 1 year, but I don't want to do anything too crazy. But Tavai now in man-to-man coverage against the running back. We need to run with it here, going out to the outside, and it is thrown underneath, and we're there. But Diggs does make the reception to keep this drive rolling, as we can't really afford any more points, especially a touchdown to be given up on this drive here. We really just, if anything, maybe give up a bend but don't break. But man coverage, I thought, was going to be our bread and butter in this one. Maybe we switch it over to some zone looks here. Is this cutback lane up the middle? Mapu finally not getting decleated. I feel like he's gotten decleated more than any player I've ever seen in franchise, but he doesn't get decleated there. Takes on the blitz well, takes on the blocker well, and is able to make the tackle. And I'm going to roll down the safety in this box on a 3rd and 2. We're coming downhill. Judon and Nakobe Dean there. Judon having his best game this season. 7 tackles already, 2 sacks. He's really trying to play his way into another contract, as we're going to load block this very long field goal in the snow here. Damari Mathis coming off the edge. I'd love a block. We haven't had a block this season, but we're not going to get it right here. Instead, we're going to get a nailed field goal coming out from the Bills, barely sneaking through. And it's weird to see Joe Milton there holding. Joe Milton, I cannot wait to see what happens there when Josh Allen's contract is up, or if Joe Milton's going to end up going somewhere else. But Frank Gore Jr. now getting the return again, and he's got a little bit of room on the edge. Some great blocking there on the outside on the return is going to get us all the way up to the 32 to start. But we need to settle back down as a team here. It looks like a blitz is on. But we need to settle back down, be able to hit the easy completions, man-to-man coverage across the board. We're going to throw this one nice and easy underneath. Douglas, good grab. But really, I want to utilize the play action. Something we didn't go to a lot last game. We did some, but not as much as we usually do here. But we do have guys getting caught up, and I'm just going to try to hit it to Hunter Henry here. And if this block can set, that'd be nice. Oh, I thought he was going to take it the other way. I thought we were going to be able to sneak in on the inside of that block, but nonetheless, Hunter Henry off to the races there for a good one, as we are going to take a 4 vertical shot here, and we have pressure on our face right away. So I'm just going to dump this one off to Stevenson. I did not like the pressure, and I want to go back to instant replay for this one, because this is what I don't like right here on the interior. Cole Strange one-on-one gets bullied like this, and that's what I'm afraid of happening, because that is just a killer. And with safeties in the box again, is it going to be a blitz coming out? No, I'd love the drag to come open, and it is going to eventually come open. Tre'Davious White there in coverage. It's tough to test him. He's already got the 1 interception today. Or does he have 2? I think he has the 1. I don't think he has the second one, but I want to stay away from him at all costs at this point, as I'm going to scramble out here, as I should have gone to that, but I'm going to try to hit this one across body, but it's just not going to work. So a bad pass coming out from me there, but we're going to go underneath, out to the outside. Harrison, good grab before the first, as we're having another good drive putting together. We just need to get one into the end zone. It's as simple as that here. Read option time now. I'd love a pull read from Bo Nix, but we're not going to get it. Instead, it's going to be up the middle. I saw the cutback lane there with Frank Gore Jr., as he's got another run, almost 40 yards on the day. I meant to say 8 carries for 40. They blended together a little bit. Testing now one-on-one on the outside, whip route, and that's not going to work. Instead, we're going to try to scramble up the middle here, and it just doesn't work. I wanted to try to scramble, but we couldn't get the cut. I don't know what that whole block was looking like. He came out left, came out right. I didn't know which way to go. It was at that point, just pick a side. But this is a very important 3rd down to get, and we're going to go out to Douglas just for the first down, and it is a 4th and inches. And I think I'm going to go for this one, as the coaches are calling for it too. So it's okay, as it is going to be a pull read, but I'm going to give it anyway. And we do get the first down by the skin of our teeth. Frank Gore Jr. is able to get this first down. Holy crap. I don't like the play, so we're going to switch it over to a run right up the middle, as we just maybe get Ramondre Stevenson to go forward. You're a power back, dude. I need you to get more than 2 yards of carry on this one, as I am going to check it to a pass, as we just need to get Theo Johnson out here. And Theo Johnson's got us down to the 2-yard line. His first catch of the season, all the way at the end of the year, as we're just going to test it one-on-one here. Simple as this. Harrison, can you win it? Can you win this battle? And he does. Our number 1 receiver wins a massive one-on-one battle, corner of the end zone, a little whip route, and we're able to put this one in for a score one-on-one. That is such a good ball thrown by Bo Nix, climbing his way back out of the trenches in this one after such an 11 for 28 to start this game. That is ridiculously bad. And this field goal is going to cut it to a 3-point lead. Buffalo at 13. We're at 10. 3rd quarter almost to a finish. That drive took 7 minutes off the clock. I was looking at the bottom. We still need the Jets to win. That is going to be huge going into the next week. Jets destroyed us earlier this season. So if we're able to pull this off today against the Bills, the Jets are going to be no easy matchup, but maybe it'll be a little bit easier because, there's nothing really on the line for the Jets. They'll get their playoff spot, but we need our defense to come up clutch here on this drive real quick. I think they're going to run to the strong side, and they are. Up the middle, Gus Edwards breaking one. Jabril Peppers cleaning. Peppers is a tackling machine for us. The only thing I don't like is Judon in coverage there, as they do go this power look again, and they do stretch play to the outside. We're there with Jabril Peppers again. Can we force a fumble? No, we can't. But Gus Edwards having a tough day running the ball, as the 4th quarter is here. And on this 3rd and 8, we are are going to be bringing some pressure, trying to get this ball out fast. We should have a bunch of free rushers. Instead, they throw it up, and Diggs is wide open. I need to go back and look what the heck happened there. CJ Gardner-Johnson just sold. What are you doing? It was one-on-one. You just had to cover Stephon. That's going to be his matchup for most of the day today. And now they're cross midfield driving again. And Tavai in the middle. They're probably going to go to a run. Instead, go to a screenplay. And we're kind of all over it there with Tavai. Oh, my goodness. But they go 5 wide here. And I just still cannot get that out of my head about what just happened. That's such a killer here. Screenplay out to the outside, though. We are all over. Gabe Davis trying to break tackles. We're running this play again. We are bringing a blitz. Everybody stay on their man. Damari Mathis one-on-one here with the running back. Just need to stay underneath as this one's across the middle, and it is tight coverage by Christian Gonzalez. And at the 45, I think they're a little too deep to attempt a field goal. Absolutely. They hit from like 53, but they're not hitting anything longer than that, as this punt is going to be pinning us very, very deep. Hopefully goes into the end zone, and it does. Frank Gore, please stay away from it. Let's go. We started at the 20-yard line, and I would love this read option to be a Bo Nix pull because we have a lot of separation here if we can get this to work. But up the middle, Cole Strange, please pick up your blocks, and we get called with a holding call. I think that's going to be on Mekhi Becton. Oh my goodness. Not the way you wanted to start off a drive in any stretch of the imagination. Set on Kevin Dotson. But it's 1st and 10. Cool, but we are backed up severely here. We're just going to go to a screenplay. Try to get Ramondre Stevenson out in space, and he's actually got a lot of space to work with. These blocks almost picked up here. Can we get the stiff arm? And we just made it a very easy 2nd down. Bo Nix fighting his way back up, over 50% completion percentage. That is so awesome. Now 20 of 38, as hopefully Frank Gore Jr. can pick up this 1st down here, as it is going to be another holding call. Are you kidding me? This is how we kill a drive. This is how we kill a season. These type of plays can just not go our way. Cole Strange getting called this time. Now it's 2nd and 14, as we just need to make 3rd down much more manageable, as it is slant routes coming out. We can just please put it up. Demario Douglas got caught up, and we just didn't have enough time in the pocket to make the throw. So we are going 4 verticals here, and this may be a time where I just test Marvin Harrison. See if I can get it to work here. Is up to seam, actually. Can we get this in? And it is knocked down. The corner jumps in front of it. Oh, my goodness. I thought Demario Douglas had him burned. We could put it up over top, but we do just punt this ball away. I see our chances at winning or making to the playoffs this season slowly dwindling away. We got to get a fair catch out of Stephon, and we do. But this is where we need a Tay Crowder type interception. This is where we need something to go our way. Stretch play to the outside. We're there as we actually get juked out of our shoes a little bit. CJ Gardner-Johnson, good tackle. But what's worrying me is they're running the fullback packages in right now. I just don't know if that means they're going to run it really, really heavily, and they do. We're there again with CJ Gardner-Johnson for a good tackle. On this 3rd down, we just need one more good play to go our way. Please. We need some sort of coverage here. Out to the outside, tight end up and over. Taylor Rapp gets burned quickly off the line as they are just going to go to the run up the middle here as they do break it, and it's almost just at the 40-yard line. That'll put them almost into field goal range here. We almost do jump there. Marco Wilson, I'm going to move him over. Kind of run with him as we do run very, very early with it, and they do throw it across the middle, and Mapu gets the interception. There's no way Mapu on the RPO action sat on it just enough, and our season is alive and well and kicking. 6 minutes left in the game. No shot we have the chance of going to overtime again against the Bills. That is actually crazy. We're going to throw quick to the outside here, and it's a knockdown. Holy crap, Tre'Davious White was all over that. But I want to get this inside zone running game working here. We need Cole Strange to get off here, and it is Frank Gore Jr. off to the races, almost picking up a 1st down. As please, Ramondre Stevenson just pick up this 1st down, and he does, and he's off to the races. Ramondre Stevenson, what a good run coming out from him. That's a huge trap play on a 3rd down to work. We ran it to the 3 tech, and if we just have time in the pocket here, maybe we can get a solid completion coming across. As I'm just going to scramble out here with this one, as I do see him across the middle. He's so wide open. Demario Douglas, 1 juke move, 2 juke moves. Demario Douglas off to the races, down to the 3-yard line. Demario Douglas is an absolute legend here. All of our receivers are out besides Slayton, as we're going to try to run this one up the middle. And Frank Gore Jr. gets the touchdown. Now he's topping 50 yards on the day. Now he's got a touchdown, and now we have the lead. This is absolutely insane coming out. I can't believe the play by Demario Douglas there. I know it's all eyes on Frank Gore Jr. with the touchdown, but Demario Douglas, the reception, able to run with it, make 2 solid. His juke move is incredible. I want him to develop more than anything. Like, having him at slot would be huge. He reminds me a lot of like a Wan'Dale Robinson type. I'm a Giants fan, so I make that comparison. but just he could be a very, very good shifty slot for us for a very, very long time. But we have the lead late in this one. We have a 4-score lead, 4-point lead, I'm mistaken. I'm sorry, as they do go quick here out the outside, and he falls down. Gabe Davis falls down in the snow. Both quarterbacks here today. 2 interceptions. It's going to be interesting to see what the Bills do here on the second down. Are they going to, if they don't get anything, it's a 3rd and 10 all of a sudden, but it's going to be quick to the outside and caught and almost a first down. So 3rd and 2. If we can get a stop here very, very quickly, maybe we could force a punt and just try to milk this clock all the way down. As you go jet motion here and they give it and he cuts it up the middle. I was so playing for the outside run there that he gave him enough room to fit right up and easy up the middle. So this drive will continue for the Bills. I don't expect him to run much with Patterson at all, so I'm kind of just playing the pass here as they are going to throw it across the middle. Diggs has got the reception. Diggs breaking 1 tackle on C.J. Gardner-Johnson. That's terrifying. He's up now over 100 yards on the day in this one, as I'm just going to start guessing pass at this point. We know it's coming as they do go quick. As they do go out to the outside, Diggs has got it again on Christian Gonzalez. It's a little hitch route, but that is going to be the 2-minute warning. Maybe I switch it over to cover 3. Maybe I change up the defense. Maybe I'm overthinking it, but the Bills are driving, and we know they're going to go to the air. We just have to stop them. Please, we're running a cover 3. I want them to pass underneath. Just going to drop with it here. Josh Allen scrambling, puts this one to the corner of the end zone. Christian Gonzalez almost couldn't get over. And this is where it really gets risky here. Across the middle, Tavai, right over your head. Oh my goodness, they're down to the 2-yard line now. I'm going to start burning timeouts because I want to make sure if they do score, if they don't score, that we're going to have time left on the clock here. And we are going to align our corners here inside. And we're going to go quick across the middle. We dive with Maputo enough to knock it out. Oh my goodness, what a play. And we're going to buzz our linebackers. We're going to buzz our safeties down into the box here. Another pass play, quick slants coming out. Josh Allen scrambling across, and Tavai's got the interception. Tavai, why'd you run it out? There's no way. There's no way we keep our season alive and we have one more game to play for the playoffs. Well, we need a first down still. We need 1 first down in this game. But Josh Allen tried to force it. What was he looking at? Oh my goodness. The crossing route right behind him. He just threw it right to him. Tavai was going to try to come up and make the tackle, and he threw it right at him, and Tavai, athletic enough to make the interception. I'm so glad he came back from injury now. But we just need 1 first down. Ramondre Stevenson, please. I need the best running you've ever done in your entire life up the middle. That's a good run. All we need is 4 yards to keep our season alive. Frank Gore Jr., your turn up the middle. Oh, the guest run. But Frank Gore Jr.'s got the first down. Akeem Dent gets injured, so that burns their timeout anyway. But we should be good. We should be good. 1 more run to burn a timeout, and then we should be chilling. Ramondre Stevenson off to the races. Please hold on to the football. And that's going to be it. We're going to take the quarterback kneel, and we're going to be 8-8 going into our final game. If Bills lose, the Bengals lose, and the Steelers lose, we're in. We're into the playoffs. There's no absolute way. Oh, wait, do we need another first down? No, we're good. Oh, wait, we do need another first down. We'll need to get this one here with Ramondre. No worries. We got it anyway. Bills get another injury, though, to stop the clock, but no worries. We'll take this kneel down. Let's take a look at the stats. I want to see the second half that Bo Nix did to keep our season alive. And so we walk away with the win somehow. What an absolute game. Anytime you play the Bills, it's going to come down to the wire. Bo Nix started the game 11 for 28, finished 21 of 42, brought the completion percentage back up to 50. Josh Allen threw and may have thrown their entire season running the ball. Ramondre Stevenson 36, Frank Gore 58. Passing, we had some good numbers across the board. Slayton didn't get that involved in this one, but Harrison dominated, 80 yards receiving. But you know what? It really was. Slayton was one-on-one against Tre'Davious White the whole game. I'll go to the other side all day long, and Judon, one of the best games of his career. I mean, this season at least so far. 2 sacks on the day, 3 TFLs. You gotta love it, but now we need to look on to the final week. But I have the worst news ever. The Bengals won their game in week 17, therefore clinching the playoffs, at least against us, mathematically eliminating us because the head-to-head matchup would have went the Bengals' favor. So you see it right here. We battled so hard back in this season to miss one game away from getting a chance at the playoffs. The Bengals, Chargers, Jets, Titans, Chiefs, Dolphins, and Ravens made it from the AFC. From the NFC, the Chicago Bears actually snuck in. But that's going to be it for this episode. Thank you guys so much for putting up with the time it took to get this out. Thank you guys for watching, and I will see you in the next one.